.5 FM coverage of USJ Football being presented in part by Garrett Plumbing, Heating, and Air. View, right now would be a great time to get to Garrett. Garrett family out to check your heating unit. You don't want to be in the cold this winter, do you, Buell?
No, man.
No.
I mean, you don't think about it right now. You're like, oh, I would welcome that, but wait till it's 18. You'll be begging.
Welcome, by the way, call Garrett at 668-3339, 668-3339, GarrettPlumbing.com. My name's Dan Reeves, along with Seabass, Ratchet, the narrator Barber, Paul and Schulze, Lawson Band, Scott Tinker, USA Communications correspondent Scott, Worthy Road Studios. As we fire it up, we're live and direct from the Dirty Dover. This is WNWSFM in Jackson. This is USA Football, and welcome. Watching the game back home at WNWS.com. The coin toss about to happen. The narrator's up top now. Narrator, what do you think? A view from the crow's nest.
For real, fellas, I'm up here in the crow's nest with our buddy Paul Schulze. I was down on the field for the pregame. My mic looked at me and said, "Fool, I'm hot. You finna have to get me up there where I can get some air." So we come up to the crow's nest with our buddy Paul. Talked to the coaches before the game. Guys, this is going to be a football game. They said ECS does a lot of the things they do. They can throw it around. They can run the power football. So I think we're looking at one of those games that, like most, whoever wins the battle up front is going to win the football game.
Well, narrator, I want to tell you something. Look at the coaches here. Coach Strapp and Coach Hardigree, they're having trouble with their headsets. Narrator, there must be a cell tower close by because they're having the same trouble we were having, playing havoc with the radio waves because of cell towers around here. So now the microphones and the headsets get a little bit of what the honeybees have been getting from the cell phone towers.
Well, guys, if you look to your left out of the press box there, you can see that tower, and I'm sure that's what's playing havoc with, because this has happened to us before, and it could have been here. I can't recall. I know it happened to us at Franklin Road a couple of years ago, but anytime there's a tower that close, it really messes with my junk, dog.
Well, and that's exactly what's going on with the coaches of USJ. USJ won the toss. They've elected to receive the football to start the game. Huge region game. The opening game of the region schedule this season here in the Dirty Dover. Watch it on digital TV. You see that big blue sign. Here come the Bruins, and here they come. Out of the south end zone in their white road uniforms, and out of the north end zone, here come the home team, the ECS Eagles. But you can look at USJ. In the road of white uniforms, white helmets, red paw print on both sides, the white jersey and pants, the red paw prints, the the blue numeral trimmed in red for ECS. What's team best describes I guess the old Florida State color combination.
Florida State or a Redskins throwback, maybe. Might give it to you. But, yeah, if you're going college, some old Florida State.
And tonight, this game is presented in part by Fujiyama Japanese Steakhouse and Sushi Bar. What are you thinking tonight, View?
Well, as hot as it is tonight, I'm thinking about something light. You ready for this? The Connie salad. The Connie salad is cucumber and crab meat with their special house dressing. Light, delicate, but very tasty. Try the Connie salad tonight.
Now, what is that again, Buell?
It's the Connie salad. It's cucumber and crab meat. Yeah, with their house dressing. It's very good. Yeah.
USJ, Caleb Willis. Wesley Carlock standing deep, awaiting the kick of Holloway. Holloway swings his right leg through it. Toe meat leather, and that ball will travel into it out of the end zone. That'll be a touchback. USA will start at their own 20-yard line. We watched him kick in the pregame. He was knocking him down from 55 yards. USA offensively looks like this right here. Quarterback is Garrett Reynolds. Kay Taylor, the center. Thomas Ivy, Ron Sewell, Blaine Verdun, Mario Nicholson across that front wall with Brennan Long playing tight end. 4 wide receivers to start the game. The lone setback is a big one, and he gets it on first down, working the left side from the 20 out to the 23-yard line. That young man has turned into the workhorse for USJ. Big running back, punishing runner, Tyler Wallace. He has played so well this year.
Yeah, he has, and here's USJ in a hurry-up offense.
Back to the air this time, incomplete as Reynolds looking for Carlock across the middle, had him, left it low. It'll go incomplete, 3rd and 8. The Bruins face from their own 23.
I think
a different look.
Yeah, I think the low part was okay. Carlock went down. He could have got it. The ball's a little bit behind him as well.
3rd down and 8. Here's USJ out of the shotgun. Play action. Reynolds looks to throw and sacked. He looked to throw and coming absolutely clean. Up the middle, Reynolds had nowhere to go with it. Bass, he's showing his maturity, though. He just ate the football instead of tossing it up for grabs. Reynolds has to eat it. The sack back at the 15-yard line. The Bruins will be punting it away near their goal line.
Well, the pressure straight up the A-gap, right up the middle, right where you certainly don't want to see that. Not a good start for the interior of that offensive line.
And the snap goes over the punter's head and through the end zone. Is going to be a safety. Wow.
Out of the end zone.
Brian Cahill
That'll be a safety.
never had a chance at that with the punter for USJ. Narrator, you're up top there. You saw it. Cahill, that was way over his head, sailed right through the end zone. The first 2 points of the game go to ECS. They come by way of a safety.
Yeah, not the conventional way to get on the scoreboard. Guys, we talked to the coaches when we got here. They said this is going to be a football game. We're going to have to play good football. And you're right, Dan. It's not the start that they needed to get off to. Now they got to kick that ball away. I talked to Coach Hardegree. He said, look, ECS is going to give us a lot of different looks. They're going to come out of a lot of formations. Our guys are going to have to be disciplined and focused.
Well, one name that we've heard for the last couple of years out of ECS, he's a senior now, number 26, Cameron Rosenberger, fellas. We've watched him for the last couple of years really give the Bruins trouble. We'll see if we can corral him tonight.
This game is presented in part by Overton Flooring, Hardwood Sales, and Refinishing. Call the floor guy, Al Overton. It's 345-3114. It's showroom. Open Monday through Friday from 9 to 4, but they'll also go down and meet you by appointment. 345-3114. So the Bruins going to punt this one on the free kick from the 20-yard line. It's not a good one. Going to be fielded on the run at the 45. To midfield in the Bruin territory, 45. Outside the numbers, 40. Down the sideline he goes, 35. And dancing out of bounds near the Bruin 32-yard line is Dawson Williams. Not a good start for USJ with 10:13 left in the opening quarter. 2-0 ECS, and not a good start for the clock operator. I watched 5 seconds run off that clock. It should not have run off that clock after Williams danced out of bounds.
Oh, that was just an awful punt. What a horrible way to get started here.
For ECS, the quarterback by Joseph Webb, a 5'11", 172-pound QB. 2 wide receivers for Webb. It's a reverse. The ball's on the carpet. It's a scramble for it, and ECS able to recover it back at the 48-yard line. That's a loss of nearly 20 on first down as ECS was setting up to go for the home run.
Josiah Tingley on the recovery.
And he backfired.
Yeah, Josiah Tingley falls on that football, but Mario Nicholson, boy, he almost got there. Man, he was running hard.
Beautiful replay there. This game brought to you by Sonic of Jackson, America's driver, Sonic of Jackson. The loss was 13. Second and 23. 2 wide receivers this time, 1 running back sacks. Webb, the senior quarterback, goes under center. Webb's going to run the option here near side. He'll keep it, and he'll be crushed. He'll go down at the line of scrimmage. Making a play for the Bruins defensively. Lane Verdonk, who's had a spectacular season. USJ defensively. Nicholson, Verdonk, DeBerry across that front. It's a 3-4. The linebacker is Carter Craig. 182-pounder. TJ Thorpe, 227. Wallace,
23.
240. Long at 175. Very good linebackers. And a defensive secondary, Caleb Willis, Logan Antwine, Joseph McGrath, Wesley Carlock. That's the Bruin defense led by Jim Hardigree and Bass. They've been playing some very good football.
They have, and you couldn't have done it better if you wanted to at Blaine Verdung. That's what I was talking about. Perfect scrape.
3rd and 23. Back to throw again, setting up the screen. They've got it set up. 45, 40 along the numbers, 35, 30, 25, and tackled at the 23.
Joseph Wells on the pass.
I think he picked it up.
Cameron Rosenberger.
Let's go up top to the narrator, Richard, the narrator Barber.
Yeah, guys, it looks like he maybe picked it up. They're gonna bring official. Going to bring the change out to see. Guys, I want you to take a look at number 77. Look at him at the pregame, talking to Nick Stamper about him, number 77 for ECS. Kid named Dietrich Pennington. I said, man, that looks like Trey Teague his sophomore year. He said, the kid's just a sophomore. I said, yeah. He said, what's his size? I said, 6'5", 305 is what they got him listed. He said, that's about where Trey was his sophomore year. Big kid, let's keep an eye on him.
You know, he looked like that last year. I remember him as a freshman.
They stretched the chains out here to measure. As we take a look at it at WNWS.com.
The ball is just short of the
Just
first down
shy
marker.
of the first down. It'll be 4th down in inches from the Bruin 23. At Bass, you couldn't play a screen. Much worse than the Bruins did.
And there's no question. And you have to remember, as a defensive lineman, when you get completely unabated that quarterback, you might be good, but when you realize no one is blocking you whatsoever, something has to go off in your head.
Here's ECS. 4th down in inches from the Bruin 23. Under center's Webb. High formation. Webb, long counts. 10 on the play clock. Webb now snaps it. He'll sneak it straight ahead. Picks up the first down easily. He'll move down to the 21-yard line. He needed inches. He picked up 2 yards. And the Eagles have the game's first down.
Yeah, that's what. Look, it's 4th and 2 to 3 inches. There is no other play, Dan. I don't know why anybody runs any other play on 4th and an inch when the quarterback sneak.
I like what they did, though. They tried to draw him off sides because, hey, if you get a free 5 yards, take it. And then sometimes the defense relaxes after the quarterback comes from behind center, thinking you're not going to really go for it. 1st and 10 for the Bruin 21. Officially the 22. Webb goes back under center. 1 wide receiver, 1 running back set. Here's Webb. Play action, back to throw. Rolls right, fires downfield. It's caught and then dropped. It'll go incomplete at the 22-yard line. Well played defensively by Wesley Carlock. It should have been caught. It'll go incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up for ECS as we go to Richard and narrator Barber.
Guys, you wonder about the Bruins cleats and what they're wearing tonight because, you know, they're playing on the rubber field. And I've noticed already there's been a couple of kids slip just right there as the quarterback rolled out. USJ defender had a bead on him and just slipped, went
Bar
down.
and Grill, downtown Jericho, across from the farmer's market.
So here is ECS now with a 2nd down and 10.
SEC Championship.
Spot us down, John. We're back.
On Monday nights, News Talk 101.5.
Here's a handoff straight up the middle from the 22 down to the 16.
Third down on the play by USJ.
It'll be 3rd down at about 5.
Well, and that's Cameron Rosenberger off a right tackle. But if you notice, fellas, he came up limping immediately and came off the field. That's their number 1 weapon offensively. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on and see if Rosenberger can get back in this game and what the Bruins have in store here on 3rd and what about 4?
3rd down and 4 for USJ. Is the first trip inside the red zone. In case you're just joining us, ECS is moving right to left on your dial with 6:50 left in the first quarter. 2-0 Eagles. 3rd and 4. Play action, Webb. It's a broken play, and Webb's going to be corralled and sacked at the 19. They're going to give him momentum to the 16. I have to see the replay of this, but that looked like a very generous spot. Tyler Wallace on the tackle. It'll go down as a sack. Webb, you got forward momentum near the 17-yard line. That means it's 3rd down and 5, or make it 4th down and 5, or officially 4th and 6. And ECS now will attempt a field goal, but come from the near hash mark, 34 yards away, by one of the better kickers in West Tennessee, Chandler Congra. Congra's kick is up. It winds downfield, and that kick is good. That's easy as pie for Congra. So with 5:52 left in the opening quarter, our new score, ECS 5, USJ nothing on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and WNWS.com.
Overton Flooring Hardwood Sales and Refinishing in Bells, Tennessee is ready to take your home to the next level with beautiful hardwood flooring selections from hickory, maple, heart of pine, acacia, and distressed oak. At Overton Flooring, we have the only showroom featuring sanded, stained, and finished flooring. If you're ready for a beautiful new look for your home, call the floor guy, Al Overton, at 345-3114. That's 345-3114. Overton Flooring, 12808 Highway 79 in Bells. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and by appointment.
Jackson's News Talk leader. Jackson's News Talk leader. News Talk 101.5 FM.
5:52 left in the first quarter. It's 5-0 ECS. A safety. An errant snap at a USJ box held to the end zone. And then that drive covered about 15 yards and ended with a 45-yard field goal. Collins kick again sails into and out of the end zone. But got a touchback. So the Bruins offensively, 3 plays and outs. Reynolds was sacked on third down. That forced USJ to punt to their own goal line. The snap sailed over Collins' head through the end zone for a safety. And then really one play was enough after a bad punt or free kick to put ECS in field goal range, and Conway knocked it down. It's 5-0. Here's Reynolds under center. He'll pitch it. They'll work right side. Flags fly, crossing the 25 and falling ahead to the 26-yard line on the carry. A nice, strong run by Wallace, but that looks for the world like a hole.
Well, they're going to wave it off. You know, an Eagles player his helmet came off, and he attempted to make the tackle. Still, I don't think that you can do that, but they waved the flag off.
You know, that's.
Play is a gain of 6 yards.
I think that's the rule in high school too. I'm not 100% sure.
It is, but I got to tell you, what do you do there if he keeps going? The gain is 6. Second and 4. Back to the ground room. 30, 40. Tipped up at the 43-yard line. It's T.J. Tharp. He bounced outside the numbers. And Tharp rips off 20 yards. And that is a huge I group first down Bruins.
Let's go back to the replay. Danny, watch this. This is all about Tyler Wallace, number 6. Here it is. Look at this lead block. Bam! He just destroys that left defensive end, caves him in, and leaves a hole right off the right tackle. Holy smokes, what a block.
Who was it, Bew?
Tyler Wallace. What a
Wallace. Block. Wow. First down, Bruins. Out at the 43-yard line. The Bruins 43. Here's Wallace this time over left tackle. He'll move from the 43 out to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Here's Richard, the narrator barber.
Guys, this is an important drive for the Bruins because, you know, it's like if you relate it to a boxing match and you get caught with a shot early, you got to be able to shake that off and then get back into your strategy. Looks like that's what the Bruins are trying to do.
Well, that time, Bass, it was Tharp throwing the lead block, and it was a good one for Wallace. Wallace had the favorable return. Second and 8, the Bruins at their own 45. It's Tharp again at right tackle with room. He'll move from the 45 out to midfield. It'll be third down and right at 3 for the Bruins.
Let's watch it again. Replay, same place, same player. Watch Wallace's lead block. Bam! Holy smokes, that is 2 devastating blocks by the lead block Wallace. I'm talking about big league blocks.
Wallace, 6 feet, 200 and right at 40 pounds, Bill. He's a big man, a junior for USJ. He lines up in tailback. And T.J. Tharp is right at 6 foot and about 237. That's big man in the backfield. Reynolds under center on third down. He'll hand it off straight ahead, and this is Wallace. Bulls ahead from the 50 into ECS territory. It runs it on down to the 45-yard line. That's another Hughes I group first down. That was a quick hitter, and Wallace exploded out of the backfield for the Bruin first down.
Well, just straight A-gap blast. Look at that right there. Right guard does a great job sealing his block, pushing him down. Power football, big man on big man. That right there is what you want.
So the Bruins have moved from their own 20 into Eagle territory at the ECS 45. 1st and 10 with 2 wide receivers top of the screen. Reynolds under center. He'll pitch it. Here is Wallace. This time corralled and dropped in the backfield. A flag comes in after the tackle is made. This one I'm not sure
Tyler
about.
Wallace on the carry for the Bruins. Tackle by the
Here's Richard, the narrator, Barber.
Also a flag on the play. That flag is an illegal block.
Illegal block. The narrator falling asleep on the job. But that's a illegal block. A block or a chop block. And that'll set the Bruins back. I see ECS. It was a loss on the play view. I think I'd take the down.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. And, you know, it's too bad there because they've been running so well. Tried to do a little chip block there off left tackle and just didn't do a very good job of it.
Repeat first down.
Those guys up top are a little chatty. A guy said Mike is hot. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Yeah, Mike's hot.
Rookies, you know.
First down, 27.
1st and 27 after a penalty. USJ, new line of scrimmage, their own 37. Here is Wallace on the carry, right tackle. He'll have the 40. He'll push the pile out to the 44-yard line. That was all Wallace all the time on that run as the clock strikes 3 minutes remaining first quarter. 5-0. ECS, a safety, and a 45-yard field goal view.
Reeves, I'm seeing play action out of the same formation. Pull it down, pull it back, and hit, I always say, Campbell Carl.
Well, he didn't play for USJ anymore, but Wesley does.
Wesley, how about him instead?
You know, they are the same mentality, though, aren't they?
That's right. Boy, I said Campbell, didn't I?
I miss Camps, too, man. Here's Reynolds, play action, back to throw. He'll fire it towards the sideline. It's caught by Wallace, a diving catch. I think that's Smith on the catch at the ECS 47, 2 yards shy of the first down. It was Brendan Long, the tight end, on the catch.
Yeah, what a job of laying out for that catch, too.
3rd and 11, pardon me. Reynolds rolls right under heavy pressure. Throws incomplete, looking for Carlock. He had an eagle in his face. It'll go incomplete, and the Bruins drive, which was promising, as they move from their own 20 to the ECS 45 with the first down.
Well, as you'll notice,
they will have to punt it away.
The chip block by T.J. Tharp, actually, he didn't mean to. It was just a step late, and he actually ended up pushing the rush straight into the quarterback. Really not much Reynolds could do at that point.
Sorry. I guess that could be distracting.
A little bit.
4th down and 12 for the Bruins. Timeout called by USJ. Coach Trapp doesn't like what he sees right now. We'll take a timeout with him. 2 minutes and 3 seconds left in the opening quarter. ECS 5 and USJ nothing. On Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and WMWS.com.
Insurance is the way to protect yourself and your family, and no one is better helping you through the insurance maze than Brandon Jones State Farm. Brandon Jones has been Jackson's State Farm agent since 2006 after graduating from Lambuth University. Home and property, life, health, banking products, annuities, mutual funds. All the products you need to ensure a prosperous future. Insurance, 2152 North Highland across from Toys R Us. 660-6800 for Brandon Jones State Farm Insurance.
First in news, sports, and weather. Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM.
News Talk. Sports presented in part by RFC Tactical in Milan. Deer hunters, duck hunters, all the guns. It's a superstore. Eos Pints is a low line driver that's going to hit at the 25 and dive there at Bass. Hale had to go upstairs for that snap as well.
Yeah, and this is not something they've had to deal with, for at least through the first 4 weeks of the season, these high snaps on the punt, but both of them have been extremely high tonight.
RFC Tactical in Milan is in there by Walmart. RFCTactical.com. Oh, well, lower receivers, handguns, rifles, shotguns, ammo, magazines, optics. rfctactical.com. First and 10, here is ECS from the own 23, working right side, not much there. Hit and dropped to the line of scrimmage. For Doug, I believe, was out there as we send it over to Richard, the narrator Barber.
Tackle 5, the Bruins.
Couldn't stop talking now. We can't get him to talk. Hey, but what a job that time. Did you mention Blaine Verdung and Mario Nicholson really both sticking at the point of attack? They're doing a great job keeping those blockers from getting their hands underneath the pads and determining where they want to go.
Second and 10 for the Bruins. Or pardon me, for the Eagles from their own 23. Webb to the air, underneath, drops at the 21-yard line. They may have had something there. Looking for Dawson Williams, and he's a tough man, especially in the open field deal. Looks like he should have caught that one. Tried to one-hand it, goes incomplete. Third down and 10 for ECS.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. He'll swing out there, and if Carson Gagnon is able to hold that block and they make that catch, I think you're right.
Could have went a long way.
They definitely have something. That might have went. That's where you got to get off the field if you're the Bruins, man. Force a punt from their own 23 here.
Third down and 10. Third and longs, if converted, can kill you. It deflates you. Here's a third and 10. Webb under center with two wide receivers. Play action, he'll roll left. He'll look, he'll step up. Here's the pressure. Will roll right. He may run it. He does. Has the 25, and he's dropped it to 27, well shy of the first down as T.J. Tharp and company dropped the quarterback. Mario Nicholson also there with T.J. Tharp. Jim Hardigree's defense playing well again, a 3-and-out after the punt.
Well, T.J. spying the quarterback that time, and he didn't take the bait. He stayed home, and even though the play broke down a little bit, and quarterback made some nice moves, but there's T.J. right there keeping everything underneath, forcing the punt.
Could have easily been a block in the back on ECS as well. Willis and Carlock await the punt. It's a skyrocket over their head. They're just going to look at it. Hits it to 25. Rolls inside the 20, rolls down to the 16. That's a punt that covers, let's see, for 10, 20, 30, 40, nearly 50 yards and no return.
Yeah, that's a 51-yard punt, and I'm going to tell you, he kicked that ball. He punted that ball from about his own 15-yard line, maybe a little bit before it, and it hit the ground. What would you say, Dan, about the 28?
It didn't have much of a roll on the carpet.
No.
It was almost all in the air.
That is one of the best high school football punts I've seen in years.
And a lot of hang time with it. You'd have to think that Willis and Carlock and the coaches have not watched film on this punter.
They just watched it go over their head.
They were 20 yards up too close for that punt. And it cost the Bruins field position. They just flipped the field, They punted from their own 15. The Bruins take over at the USJ 15. Reynolds will hand it off. Straight ahead, here's Tharp. Will move from the 15 out to the 19. That's a gain of 4 on first down.
Do you remember when you were a running back in your days at Mila when the coach would tell you if their offensive lineman is in the way, run over him, put your cleats in his back? You remember that? Watch T.J. Tharp. Watch this. His offensive lineman kind of got stood up, and he bowled him over, knocked him forward about 5 yards.
If you've never played the game, you see a running back run up the backside of a lineman, and you say, what's wrong with that running back? That's how you're taught. And the first quarter will wind to a halt here at ECS, the Dirty Nova, Cordova, Tennessee. After a quarter, it's ECS 5, USJ nothing on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and WNWS.com.
Do you have cataracts, glaucoma, or any form of eye disease? At Hughes Eye Center, our physicians include residency-trained optometrists, surgical ophthalmologists, retinal surgeons, and oculoplastic surgeons, all right here in Jackson, Tennessee at Hughes Eye Center. There's no need to drive to Memphis or Nashville for your surgical eye care needs. Call 664-1994 to schedule your consultation. At Hughes Eye Center on Stonebridge in Jackson, that's 664-1994.
Keeping you informed, alerted, and entertained. We're Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 FM.
You need some new ECS Eagle apparel.
News Talk 101.5 FM, high school football with USJ. Being presented in part by Robinson Toyota Buick. Game-winning drive off the field. Toyota, Sienna, the Swagger Wagon. It was me and Bass and the narrator and Paul, Shosey, Lawson, man, all 5 of us, and equipment very comfortably from Jackson to Cordova in the Sienna. Right,
Yeah, it was 5 deep, Jack, and as you mentioned, no, when I say we've got some equipment, we got a lot of it.
equipment.
Just like, you got like an overnight toothbrush. That's not what's going on.
We travel heavy.
We
Robinson
live
Toyota,
heavy.
$1,000 cash. Customer cash right now, the 2018 Camry. 1453 Van Drive in the Columns. Second down and 7 as we begin the second quarter. Here's Tharp running over left tackle from the 19. Tharp will have the 24. TJ will have 5 yards. It'll be third down and manageable. If TJ could have broke that tackle view or stepped over that tackle, which he should have really, he may have gone to this.
He's still running. That's tough when they're jetting down at your knees like that. It's tough.
3rd and 2 to the air. Looking for Carlock on a crossing pattern. Way too tall. Overthrow him, incomplete. Now it's 4th and 2. Curious call on 3rd and 2 for the 24.
Yeah, I don't like that call at all, guys. You're getting 3-4 yards of pop with 2 powerful runners. Really haven't let the ball loose. It's 3rd and 2. Yeah, I mean, and I know you say, well, ECS is playing in the run. That's okay. You got to trust your big offensive line that you can get a push for 2 yards. You got 2 backs in there, 220 plus.
Dawson Williams stands at midfield at the 50. USJ's had trouble with the snap tonight, punting. This one's a good one. The punt's nearly blocked. It's a low line driver. They're going to let it hit at the 45. Taking a USJ roll inside the 40. It rolls, it rolls, it rolls down to the 30 and dies at the 28. How about that young man punting the football? He's had a tough night. Not been his fault, but Brian Cale, the 5'7" junior punter, got off a beauty view.
47 yards after the roll, man. A lot of pressure on him. What a great job. Because ECS, after the snaps and they knew they'd been high, they were bringing pressure. They wanted to go get him. He did a great job getting that ball under pressure and uncorking a good one. They needed that.
Steve Murphy with Medina Funeral Home just sent us over a score. Steve, we'll get to that in a moment. There's no lights inside this press box, and it's dark outside. His 1st and 10, ECS. They'll move over left guard from the 28 out to the 32-yard line.
Matthew McMeans on the carry.
McMeans on the carry.
Boy, I'll tell you what, it looked like there was a crease over left tackle, but just watch TJ Tharp right here. He absolutely unloads on the ball carrier. Here it is. You set it up. You think, all right, I've got some space right here. Right off left tackle, kicks it out. Look at this. Bam! I'm talking about he gets stuck, maybe falls half a yard forward. What a stick by the mic.
USJ down 5-0 with 10:49 left first quarter. Here's a draw, breaking a tackle, 35, has the 40, runs over a defensive back out to the 46-yard line. McMean, he's going to pick up 10 yards and a first down. He should have been tackled at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, unchecked from the left end is Seth DeBerry right here. If you'll see, he comes crashing down, splits a defender, and just misses him in the backfield. Tries to get him around the waist and just misses him. That should have been a loss for about 3 or 4 yards instead of 1st and 10. Bruins not doing the little things right that they did last week that got them a win. Granted, ECS is a tougher team, but a lot of this is about USJ right now.
Right set of downs for ECS. At the Eagle 46. USJ to 3-4 defensive alignment. Here's another draw, working right tackle with room. Into Bruin territory, crossing the 50, down to the 45, running over Bruins, down to the 40. It's McMean again, this time for 13. And another set of downs. View is moving left to right on your radio dial with 10 minutes left before halftime, leading 5-0. ECS, this is their best looking drive of the night. They scored, USJ gave them 2 points. An errant snap during a punt went over the punter's head through the end zone. And then a bad free kick set up the Eagles in USJ territory. One play got him enough yards for a 45-yard field goal. It's 5-0. 1st and 10, ECS from the Bruin 38. Under center they go. Back to the ground. Left tackle. 35 along to numbers 30. Running down to the Bruin 25 before he's taken off his feet. Patton this time over left tackle. Another gain of 13 yards. And ECS now whipping off chunks of yardage on the ground.
Yeah, that's just a double tight formation. Both edges sealing perfectly. You mentioned number 77, Dietrich Pennington. Boy, he did his job. But right now, this is just big man football. No mystery to it. Double tight formation. Go right at them.
They start the second quarter in Dyersburg. 7-0 Dyersburg over Haywood. You can watch the game at WNWS.com. Thanks to Steve Murphy for that update. The Down Funeral Home and Cremation Service. ECS to the air. Screen set up and incomplete. Left it low. It'll go incomplete with 8:53 before halftime. Clock stops on the incompletion. 5-0. ECS leading USJ.
Oh, that was a break for the Bruins right there. Dawson Williams just not able to pull that up off the car, because if he does, he's got one-on-one up and he can make his man miss. It's a touchdown.
That's going to come back to play at some point. That's twice, Mew. ECS has missed huge games looking for Dawson through the air. One of them he dropped. That one was low. 2nd and 10. Webb, the quarterback, goes shotgun with 3 wide receivers. Man in motion, left to right. Webb to the air. Across the middle, this one is high and incomplete.
Pass from Joseph Wells.
Looking for Williams. That was high and putting his receiver in danger. USJ elected not to pop him. It's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and so far it looks like Webb's having a hard time with his release point. You know, too high, too low, and it's way too early in the game for fatigue. It's finding that point to when to release the ball that is a very difficult thing to do, and fortunately for the Bruins, he hasn't found it yet.
Watching it on a digital TV network, you'll notice smoke. That's from the hamburger grill.
Hamburger smoke.
3rd and 10. Here's Webb back to throw. He'll go underneath 25, 20 down the sideline, 15. And out of bounds, Webb. He's close to it. I believe he has the first down view. That's a blown assignment. Webb was out. How do you lose a guy like Webb?
You don't. That's just a totally blown assignment. You're right. I mean, he's the only release valve over there, and there's absolutely no one there. It's a breakdown. And it's not on Hardigree's part, I promise you. That's a personnel breakdown.
That was McManus. That's a big play. That's a 1st and 10 at the Bruin 12. Tight formation this time. Webb will go under center, the quarterback. Moving left to right on your dial. 1st and 10. ECS from the Bruin 12. Webb goes play action. Rolls right, fires, and it's caught at the 10, to the 5. Cut down at the 5. A nice open field tackle by Caleb Willis. And there may be a flag down. There is a flag on the play.
This is going to be a personal foul against ECS on completely unnecessary on one of the blockers after the reception. Tackle had already been made. You'll see this. I think they're going to get number 5.
Brendan Long got nailed, Bill.
He did. I couldn't tell if he had his back to the defender or to the player or what, but you'll notice this. It's after the play's done.
You know, on the replay, the catcher's made. Willis makes a great tackle. Bam. Not as bad as it looked, I must say. In fact, I would not have thrown that flag. He didn't. If we can run that back once more, this is what football has come to, folks. Because he did not. I mean, he held up a bit and just look at this.
Well,
now here's Long. Look, watch. I mean, he held up.
I'm with you and on the spirit of things, but they are trying to eliminate blindside blocks from football on all levels, and they're just going to throw that flag.
Let me ask you, what are you supposed to do? Say, well, I can't block him. I have to let him make the tackle.
I mean, I'm right there with you. It's just something they don't want in the game.
1st down and 16, back at the 19. Here's a draw. Here's Webb. He'll have the 17, a gain of 2 on 1st down. And we've got a lineman for ECS getting up very slowly. That was a huge penalty, View. That's now has ECS, instead of a second down and very short near the goal line, inside the 5. It's 2nd and 16 from the 17.
Yeah, the Bruins have to take advantage of this. They got a gift. They need to do something with it.
Dyersburg 14, Haywood nothing.
Get out of my face with that crazy mess.
Wow, you think Dyersburg is motivated for Coach Stowe against his former team? Second down, officially 15 from the Bruin 18. Webb, back to throw. Here comes the pressure. Sack. The ball's loose, and the Bruins are on it. I think they had the first shot at it. They couldn't corral it. On the second chance, they get it. Turnover. And the Bruins have the football. Holy moly. Hardigree's defense. Hardigree dialed up a beautiful blitz. And the quarterback blitz got to him, knocked it loose. Seth DeBerry making another big play.
Yeah, he just whips Pennington off the snap right there. Beautiful first step. We told you, he's a different pass rusher than USJ's had in a while. He's got speed, he's got length, and he just nails the quarterback.
6'2", about 190. So, big play Bruins. And USJ takes over at their own 18. How big was that penalty now? Here's Reynolds. He'll hand it off straight ahead. Here's Wallace. Will move from the 22 out to the 30. He was a shoestring away from getting to the second level. And that second level made up of defensive backs against the 240-pound Wallace, advantage Wallace.
Which is why I didn't like the pass on 3rd and 2 on the previous drive, because this is there, especially off the left side of that offensive line.
The best drive of the night by either team comes up empty. 2nd and 3 officially. Here's Tharp on the counter. Tharp has the 35 and he somersaulted down at the 36. I said Tharp. I should have said Wallace along the near hash mark. Wallace has a Bruin first down. That's a Hughes I-group first down Bruin.
Danny, watch the pull with Thomas Ivy to kick out block. Look at that. Double kick out block right there, opening things up. Wallace kicks it back inside and picks up the first.
We'll have the scoreboard at halftime for you. 5-0. 5-0 ECS. 6:11 left before halftime. Here's Tharp. Tharp from the 36, moving along the near hash mark on the ground to the 40. It's a gain of 4 yards. That's what you want, dude. That's what Coach Strack wants. That's what Tommy Browder wants. 4 yards on first down. A cloud of dust is just fine.
It's who they are now. I'm cool with it. It's who they've become. It's what fits the personnel, and they execute it well.
You'd like to see what would have happened if Smith had not been knocked out for the year, the starting quarterback. 2nd and 6. Here's Tharp. Runs over a defensive back at the 41 and stumbles out to the 44-yard line. He'll be a yard shy of a first down. But he just crushed the defensive back.
Yeah, that was Zachary Brooks right there, and I guarantee you Brooks is saying, don't put me in a position to be by myself. And again, what set that play up? It was Wallace once again. He has made 3 amazing blocks. Tyler Wallace has.
3rd down and 2. Bruins from their own 44-yard line. 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs. Reynolds will hand it off, and Wallace is hammered at the line of scrimmage. He'll get back to the line, maybe pick up a half a yard, and that's all. It'll be 4th down. And about, we'll call it a short 2. The Bruins have the look of going for it, on 4th down and 2 from their own 44-yard line. Here they are going to roll the dice.
Boy, this is a big roll of the dice because you'll be giving it to them at your 44 with 4.5 minutes left to go if you don't get it. And as average as you've played, you're still only down 5-0 right now.
Big roll of the dice here. We'll see if they snap it. 13 on the play clock. Reynolds under center. He nearly drew him off sides, and the USA coaching staff wanted a flag. Play clock at 4. Reynolds, he snaps it. He hands it to Tharp. Tharp has a first down. TJ Tharp needed 2. He got 2.5. It was a great tackle by a defensive backer. Tharp may have had the end zone.
Watch this. I'm tired of saying it, Dan. I'm tired of saying it. But watch this block. Watch this lead block by Wallace. Bam! Seals him down inside, and that's all he needed.
If Wallace had not made that block, it was going to be a loss of yards. Hill had an open look at Tharp for that tackle. Here's Wallace. He'll carry it this time from the 47 of the Bruins out to the 49, a gain of 2.
He says, time to let the big dog eat. I've been doing some blocking. Give me that football. How about play action right now, Danny?
Both these running backs, Bew, they run hard, but they block with just as much passion, don't they?
Yeah, that's what it's all about. And a lot of players are not interested in doing that.
They want to be they want the headlines, Who doesn't? Second down and 7. Here's USJ. Back to the ground. Here's Wallace. Wallace breaks a tackle, has the 45, breaks another, and drags an Eagle down to the 41-yard line. Wallace has 10. Wallace has a huge high growth first down,
Boy, here's an exercise in offensive line play. Watch number 74, Cade Taylor, right here, Danny. Watch this down block and watch him push him down in there. See that? He collapses the right side of that ECS defensive line.
And then Wallace, with textbook running, breaking tackles, and the Bruins have the Eagle 41-yard line and a fresh set of downs moving right to left on your dial. Here's Wallace again working right side. Wallace will lower his head and move from the 41 on the far hash down to the 43, or pardon me, down to the 37. It's a gain of 3 on first down.
Boy, and chewing up clock, ball control offense. This is just, to me, this is a lot of fun to watch. I like this more than 4 wide receiver sets throwing it all over the place. I love watching football like this.
It's a tough one for me. I tell you, it's a real tough one to choose, Bew. Second down and 7. Here's USJ. Play action. Reynolds back to throw. Fires high down the middle and incomplete. It'll go incomplete. Looking for Carlock near the goal line. And Reynolds was hit and maybe hit late. It'll go incomplete.
Boy, and I tell you, they've been setting it up. They had it. It's a touchdown. A lot of pressure right there. Wallace actually missed his block. That's an easy 6 if Reynolds has time to set up in the pocket.
Reynolds was unable to step up like you typically would because of the blitz. Timeouts. USA will take it with him. 2:09 left. Second quarter, 5-0 ECS.
We're done.
Huh? Folks,
keep it right here.
For students, if you're a member of the 2018
keep it right here, Buford's.
So with 2:09 left to go here in the first half, the Bruins face 3rd and 7. As we were saying, going back to that last play, they've been setting that up for a while. You knew that was coming. We talked about it about 2 plays prior, and I wasn't surprised to see this. Play action once again. DB's totally bit on that one when they did, and Carlock came open completely clean on that route. But as we said, and for all the blocks that Wallace has made tonight, and he's made a bunch of them, he missed this one, and that miss did not allow Reynolds to step up and make that throw on time. If he does, it's an easy 6, and the Bruins will take the lead.
On the radio side, we're going to have some technical difficulties from time to time because of a cell phone tower that has rendered the coaches' headsets useless as well tonight. 3rd and 7 Bruins from the 37 of ECS. Play action, Reynolds to the air, across the middle, it's caught! And it's a first down, Bruins, across the middle. Brandon Logg made the catch at the 27. He goes down at the 26. That's a huge high-growth first down, Bruins. And how about Garrett Reynolds? He just was nearly knocked out of the game. Comes right back and hits Logg on a very important 3rd down pass play for a Bruin first down.
Yeah, bullet in the hot route from the right slot. Perfect execution that time. Nice snag by Long.
USA, best-looking drive of the night. 1st and 10 from the 27 of ECS. Here is Wallace, right tackle Wallace from the 27. He'll have the 25, a gain of 2 on the ground, working right tackle for Wallace.
Well, I'll tell you what, one thing about Wallace is he's young. He's just a junior, and he's just learning to play this position, but he does such a good job of being patient as a runner, waiting for his blocks to unfold. Now, there wasn't really anything there that time.
USA back to a no huddle. 2 wide receivers here near side, I formation. From the 25 of ECS, Reynolds fumbled the snap and had to, when he picked it up, he was on a knee, so it's dead at the 28. Reynolds was hit after the whistle.
Fumble on the play is recovered by
USA wanted a flag. They didn't get one. What do you think? If we get a chance to look at this replay, down to 47 seconds left in the first half, 5-0 ECS. The Bruins call a timeout, and Bew, here's a look at it. Should have been a flag. I mean, if they're going to throw a flag on the block down here. How do you not throw a flag?
Yeah. I mean, I could.
I don't know if the official.
I think because he
was
kind
laid
of
out-
laid him down a little bit, but he still. I mean, dude's on his knee. Leave him alone. Don't touch him. But see,
I don't. It's tough today. I don't know. If we watch the replay again here, the Hughes I Group instant replay.
They booked the timeout with half.
Why is that whistle not blowing? I mean, that's a good second, almost 2 seconds after he was on a knee, right?
Yeah, I throw that flag right there. But let's go about the bobbled snap, right? How many times have we seen that this year?
Several.
Just way too many for this offense, and a lot of times it happens when things are going well. Now, they're on the verge of field goal position, maybe a little bit out of field goal range right now. They need something here on third down.
This game is presented by the Blacksmith Restaurant in downtown Jacksonville. Be a great place to be tomorrow night before Brandon Long and Jonathan Singleton, or Brandon Lay. Is it Brandon Lay?
Yes.
And Jonathan Singleton tomorrow night at the downtown Avenue in Jackson. Third down, it's a bad snap, and it's going to be after run down by Reynolds all the way into Bruin territory at the 48-yard line. I said it was a bad snap. I don't know, Bu. That may have just gone right through the fingertips of quarterback Garrett Reynolds. No, that came out too high.
Yeah, it was hot at the top of his head. The snaps tonight on special teams, on offense out of the gun, are really hurting this football team.
And I got to tell you, that drive was a thing of beauty. After the turnover inside the Bruin 20, they drove all the way down to just outside the red zone, looking beautiful on it. A bobbled snap. Reynolds went down on a knee to pick it up. And then that snap right there. And the Bruins, what a beautiful drive. And now you're looking at 4th down and 33.
Kind of like the Eagles did on their previous drive. Both teams' best drives of the game, neither one of them resulting in points.
USA made a play, though. They sacked the quarterback, stripped the quarterback. USA tonight, 2 points. They gave it to ECS, and that time they just gave them another possession. It's an unforced error. Here's the punt. High. We'll hit it to 20. Roll inside the 15. Roll inside the 10. And die at the 9. Clock will stop with 38 seconds left before halftime. ECS will have their second half kickoff. ECS leads the Bruins 5-0. A safety and a field goal. 5 points. 38 seconds left before halftime. Don't look for the Eagles to try much fancy here.
No, I just don't think they have the passing game to do that. What you got to make sure is you don't give up some busted running play when they're trying to run the clock out for 40 yards. Remember, they've got a field goal kicker that I'm pretty sure is good from probably about 50 yards.
This game brought to you by VIP Weight Loss, Anti-Aging, and Quick Care Center. Boy, Mark Cook, Rod, and all those folks down there, that's a wonderful place, View. Get your testosterone shot down there, guys. VIP Weight Loss, Anti-Aging, and Quick Care Center. Union University Drive, right in there where Mulligan's used to be. VIPweightloss.com. ECS going to take a knee and move on to the locker room with a 5-0 lead. Well, it was competitive. It's hard to say. There were parts of the first half that was entertaining. That last drive by USA was very entertaining. It was a great drive that fizzled out, because of unforced errors, back-to-back unforced errors by the Bruins.
Yeah, it really was, guys. And, I can point out some good things that both teams did and some things that were lacking for both of those teams. So they'll go to the locker room, try to figure this out, and see if we can get a better game in the second half.
USA Bruin football presented by Outback Steakhouse of Jackson, the Hughes I Group, Brandon Jones, and State Farm Insurance. Best One Tire and Service of Jackson, Old Town Spaghetti Store, Young Hughes Insurance, King Jewelers, Tennessee Tractor, Rock and Dough Pizza, Master Fit Medical Supply, by Carlock Nissan of Jackson, by Sonic of Jackson, by the Vein and Vascular Center of Jackson, VBCJackson.com, Hickman Realty Group with Norm and Tammy Reed, by Allegra Design Printed Mill, by Home Medical Products, HMP Inc.net, by Sarah Cadillac Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kia, by Papa Corner Outside, by Cambridge Limited Men's Clothing. Also presented by Range USA. Boykin Moingen Landscaping, VIP Weight Loss, Anti-Aging, and Quick Care Center, Fujiyama Japanese Restaurant and Sushi Bar, by RFC Tactical, Marco's Pizza, the Blacksmith Restaurant in downtown Jackson, by Premier Dental Center, by Garrett Plumbing, Heating and Air, Robinson Toyota, and Overton Flooring. At halftime, 5-0, ECS leading USJ on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and WNWS.com.
Browse tons of new brands with over 500 firearms in stock at RFC Tactical in Milan. RFC Tactical is your largest local direct Benelli, Browning, and H&K dealer in West Tennessee. RFC Tactical is newly located across from Walmart in Milan. You can trust RFC Tactical's experienced, knowledgeable staff to assist you in your next purchase. RFC Tactical can get you started with your first firearm purchase with the right ammo, scope, accessories, and now hunting gear. Let West Tennessee's premier hunting and shooting sports store show you why they support gun rights with their devotion to help protect our children, educate our fellow citizens, and all the while supporting avid hunters and the veteran community. Shop RFC Tactical in Milan Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. or Sunday, noon till 6 p.m.
Hey, Justin here, owner and operator of RFC Tactical. As a former Army combat veteran and family man, I understand the importance of protection. I'll make sure you have a positive experience. It'll be friendly, fast, simple, and the only thing intimidating in here are the firearms.
RFC Tactical, now located across from Walmart in Milan.
When you step into King Jewelers, you're stepping into a family-owned business with nearly 30 years of experience. Let Grover King set you up with estate jewelry or the amazing Citizen Echo Drive watch, as well as custom-designed jewelry. King Jewelers buys gold and silver, offers Rolex repair, as well as watch and jewelry repair. Check out the selection of gemstone jewelry and diamond stud earrings. Store hours are Monday through Friday, 9:30 till 5:30 and 10 till 2 on Saturday.
King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive.
I'm Bart McSmart with the Man Channel, live at Polished Man Cave. Let's check it out.
Oh, boy, I've been waiting on this all day. I've been working on this bypass with all these crazy folks yelling at me.
It's time for your sugar scrub, Mr. Spiewak.
Yes, ma'am. I had one of them back in college.
Don't forget your complimentary beer, sir.
Is this heaven?
I've been scattered, smothered, covered, chugging all day, and I smell like bacon, fat, and gravy. You can call me Calgon because I want you to take me away.
Rodney, it's time for your lotion, massage, and oil rub.
These are the 9 words every man dreams about hearing.
I hear you loud and clear, Rodney. That's all a part of the pedicure at Polished Man Care, created for the guys with full grooming from nail to hair surfaces, high places, TVs, and a complimentary beer or water to make you feel right at home, and gift certificates. 1041 Union University Drive. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call 736-3668. That's 736-3668. Log on to polishedjackson.com and view the entire menu. Polished Man Care.
What? 30 seconds to tell them about Rockin' Dough Pizza?
Here goes.
Try Rockin' Dough's ZZ Tots, shredded potatoes, cheddar, Havarti with a sriracha aioli. Or the Blues Burger, blackened beef, blue cheese, arugula with truffle mayo and a balsamic reduction. The Cuban Grinder with pork, ham, Swiss, pickles, garlic, basil aioli, and a grained mustard. The Super Freak Pizza, my favorite. White sauce, spicy Italian sausage with caramelized onions and honey. And their fantastic Sunday brunch. Rockin' Dough in the Jackson Walk Plaza, a slice of the good life. At Home Medical Products, we provide patients with products to make sure you breathe, sleep, move, and live well. With items like nebulizers, travel oxygen, CPAPs, hospital beds, wheelchairs, scooters, lift chairs, commodes, and so much more. You have a choice when choosing home medical companies. It's the patient's choice. Make the right choice. Locally owned and operated Home Medical Products. Call 877-660-0084 or find them online at hmpinc.net.
What will you find at Allegra Print Imaging that you won't find at an ordinary printer? Well, you'll find a lot more than printing. We offer graphic design, print-on-demand services, large format signs and banners, collating, binding, packaging, mailing services, even custom designed promotional products, along with the expertise you need to make the smartest choices. Why settle for ordinary when you can get extraordinary results from Allegra? Call us at 664-1676. Allegra Print Imaging, building relationships, designing solutions.
First in news, first in sports, the NFL, and Monday Night Football, only on News Talk 101.5 FM.
Well, it's homecoming here tonight at ECS, so the festivities at halftime be a little bit longer, maybe 20 minutes tonight. So at the half, if you're just tuning in, USJ trailing ECS 5-0. This is it's been first of all, it's a very quick first half. That first half took about 45 minutes to play. A lot of running in this game, so the clock on the move most of the time. It's been very interesting. USJ gives up a snap on their safety on their very first possession on a punt that the snap sailed over the punter's head out of the back of the end zone, the first 2 points. Then they go to kick it off, after the safety. It's a low, quick kick that's returned all the way down inside the Bruin 30-yard line. And then USJ holds ECS to a field goal of 34 yards. That would have been good for about 54 yards. If it comes down to a field goal, you really got to like ECS's chances in this football game. But, it's been very interesting. The Bruins' power running game has worked at times. It really has. They've been able to move the football, but shooting themselves in the foot with penalties, and then the bad snap that was on third down while they were in field goal range, or at least on the edge of it, or at least, if nothing else, you can go for it there on fourth down from inside the 30-yard line. Snap goes over the head of Garrett Reynolds. He's able to fall on it, but it's a 25-yard loss. They have to punt it, and they get nothing out of it. But both teams have had good drives that resulted in no points. But Danny aptly pointed out, he was right. In the Bruins case, they shot themselves in the foot. But you know what? So did ECS with that penalty. Whether you think it should be a penalty or not, that blindside block, as I said, that is something that on every level of football, they're just eliminating. It's dangerous. People can get hurt like that. I mean, the kid, honestly, if you played this game long enough, you would say he didn't do anything wrong. And I could live with that. I could live with that. But we do have to realize that in 2018, that is not where football is headed. It's going to be eliminated from this game completely. And if you do it, you're going to get flagged. It is that simple. That happened at the 5-yard line and took them back to about the 20, and then consequently they fumbled the football. USJ recovered that. Again, couldn't get anything done with it. So it's been a mixed bag here at the half, but after 2 quarters, ECS leads your Bruins 5-0. And if you're watching this game on WNWS.com, I'm just telling you right now, man, the work that Worthy Road Studio does, Paul and Lawson, they're just amazing. Guys, they're just flat amazing at what they do. They make us look awful good, and we certainly appreciate their work with these instant replays and that great coverage. It's just really something special. So no touchdowns tonight. Now, USJ did get the football first, so ECS will get the ball to start the third quarter here in the Dirty Dova. A couple of scores for you in the second quarter. Man, Lake County 3-1 on the season, all over Humboldt. This game is at Humboldt. In the second quarter, Lake County, the Falcons leading Humboldt 43-0. In the first quarter, no surprise here, and this is also a game that you can watch at WNWS.com with Drew Magruder and Lee Hayes. Right now, it's all Trenton Peabody to absolutely nobody's surprise. First quarter, Trenton Peabody with the 21-0 lead over the Halls Tigers in Trenton right now. Let's see if we got anything else for you. Now, the last report that we had out of Dyersburg was the Trojans leading Haywood County 14-0 out of the jump. Now, I'll tell you what, if this team, if Haywood loses and they go to 2-3 on the season, and you've seen them play, you see how big they are and how talented they are, I don't even think, I think it says something about Haywood, but I would also submit to you that it says something about high school football west of the Tennessee River. Doesn't get a whole lot of love, doesn't get a whole lot of play, But that's the biggest high school football team I've ever seen. I'm from Southeast Texas, y'all. It's the biggest high school football team I've ever seen. They're talented, they're big, they're fast, and if they start out 2-3, below 500 at the halfway point, that will just absolutely stun me. But one thing I won't be able to say is when people ask, is Haywood the best team in West Tennessee? I'd have to say no. Have to say no at this point. Now, they lost to Henry County, they lost to Briarcrest, and they may come back and win this game. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But they are not unbeatable by any stretch of the imagination. We've already seen that. Here's another update for you. With 9 minutes left to go in the first half, kind of expected this one. South Gibson leading Westview right now, 14-0. The Hornets, they're a fun team. They're a fun team, and that's a game you also can watch at WNWS.com. We'll get you some more scores and updates as they come in. We'll try to find out what's happening down out south of town, and right in the south part of town as the Hawks take on the Hardin County Tigers tonight. We'll see if we can get you an update there. That's a game you can also watch at WNWS.com with Richard Mulligan on the play-by-play. We'll take this 4-minute timeout, come back, and we'll start getting you ready for the third quarter here in the Dirty Dova. Your score after 2 ECS 5 and USJ nothing on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
Choose the best one. When it comes to choosing the right tires for your vehicle, we want to make it easy for you to choose the best one. At Best One Tire, we have thousands of passenger and light truck tires in stock, including Michelin, BF Goodrich, Uniroyal, Bridgestone, and Firestone. When you buy your tires from Best One Tire, you'll receive free nitrogen inflation. And we rotate and balance your tires free for the life of the tire. Also, with every free tire rotation, we do a free brake inspection. In addition to tires, we offer oil changes, wheel alignments, and complete brake service. We want your business for generations to come. Your family is our family at Best One Tire. Let us put you safely on the road. Call us at 660-4072. Best One Tire, just off Highway 412 at the Country Club exit, just down from 84 Lumber, and at 1180 South Dupree in Brownsville. Best One Tire.
It's the Competition Crusher sales event going on now at Sarah Jackson. We will beat any dealer on any Chevy, period. 2018 Chevy Spark starting at $11,921 and payments as low as $184 a month. 2018 Chevy Sonic starting at $14,999 and payments as low as $239 a month. You can save over $12,000 on new 2018 Silverados. Big city deals, small town hospitality, only at Sarah Jackson. One destination, so many choices. Crushing the competition every day in every way.
It's time now for the Vein and Vascular Center Medical Minute, brought to you by Dr. David Laird and Dr. Daniel Day of the Vein and Vascular Center.
Can I get screened for CVI? The answer is yes. Screening for CVI is done through a simple, non-invasive ultrasound test conducted by the vein specialist at Vein and Vascular Center. If you think that you are suffering from varicose veins or more serious symptoms like swelling and pain in your legs that may be indicative of CVI, you should call and schedule an appointment with our vein specialist to discuss your treatment options. All varicose veins have the potential to become CVI. Today, there are a number of treatment options that are covered by many insurance plans. Get started towards your recovery with your screening from Vein and Vascular Center.
Call Vein and Vascular Center at 664-7395 to schedule your appointment with their vein specialist to discuss your treatment options. For more information, visit vvcjackson.com.
Are you enjoying a Toyota? If not, let me, Roger Harris at Robinson Toyota in Jackson, show you how painless and affordable it is to experience the Toyota feeling. We have vehicles with up to a $5,000 discount and yes, 11 models with 0% interest. Please call me, Roger Harris, 731-616-6827 or drop by 1453 Van Drive to start your Toyota way of life. And remember, all new cars have Toyota Care, no charge maintenance.
Hi, this is Mark Welch with Robinson Toyota. Would you like to purchase a vehicle without all the hassles? At Robinson Toyota, we make the buying process easy with straightforward pricing and fair trade values. Need to sell your vehicle? Let us buy it. Come see Mark Welch at Robinson Toyota or give me a call at 731-668-1234 or visit us at www.robinsontoyota.com. That's Mark Welch at Robinson Toyota.
Robinson Toyota, 1453 Van Drive in the Collins, Jackson, Tennessee. Shop online 24/7 at robinsontoyota.com.
Poplar Corner Exxon still believes in good old-fashioned service, always putting the customer first. Ken Lilly and his staff are committed to professional, expert, and friendly service. At Poplar Corner Exxon, you have choices. Your choice of ethanol or non-ethanol gas, your choice of self-service or full service, including checking your tires, under the hood, and your windshield washed. You can also get your propane gas at Poplar Corner Exxon, plus minor or major car repairs. They'll take good care of you at Poplar Corner Exxon, Hollywood and the Bypass, Jackson.
Hey, we've even got the Super Bowl. News Talk 101.5 FM.
Welcome back to the Dirty Dova here on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM. My nickname is Seabass, and this is your coverage of USJ football. Again, don't forget, if you happen to be out of the area and you can't listen to the radio at 101.5, you can listen to this game and watch it. You could be in Saskatoon. You could be in Slovenia. You could be in Peking. And if you got internet access, you can type in WNWS.com. You can watch this football game. Another game that you can watch is going on the south side of town, where Richard Mulliken has the call. And at the half, we told you this was going to be a tough football game, and that has certainly been the case so far. At the half, Southside trailing Hardin County 10-3. Low-scoring defensive football game. You can watch that game at WNWS.com as the Hawks try to stay undefeated on the season. We told you this is a pretty game Hardin County team. They won 45-0 last week at Adamsville. And it also kind of gives you an insight onto just how good Northside is playing right now. This Northside team, it's just blowing me away. This team was going nowhere. The schedule was unreal. Then all of a sudden something happened in Savannah in the late part of that game, going into the fourth quarter, and they woke up, and it just started clicking for Coach Powell and the Indians. Then they haven't let up since. They whitewashed Milan last week, and they're really starting to roll. But remember, Hardin County could do absolutely nothing with that Northside offense. They have held a very, very good offense in Southside to 3 points on their home turf at the half. Can the Hawks stay undefeated? Will they be able to get it done? We'll find out in the next little bit. And again, you can watch that game at WNWS.com. You can do whip-around coverage. If you're a Haywood fan, you can watch the Haywood game with Dyersburg. Last report we had, the Trojans were leading that game 14-0. By the way, another score from Henry County as the Patriots lead Clarksville early on in this one, 7-0. You can also watch South Gibson at Westview. That game 14-0. Westview trailing South Gibson 14-0. Stephen Rich and Croakman Chris on the call for that one at WNWS.com. We've got Chester County and Liberty. We haven't got a score yet on that one, but that game going on in town there, a game you can watch. You Chester County fans, you can watch the feed at WNWS.com. So some interesting scores so far.
Did you get the Dyersburg-Haywood score?
No, last we had was 14-0.
20-0 Dyersburg.
No.
20-0.
Did you hear the Southside score that I just gave out at the half?
No, I missed it.
Hardin County leading 10-3 at the half at Southside.
Yeah, we warned that Hardin County was a very good football team. Southside, though, they certainly have the capability of coming from behind at home and winning that game.
Oh, yeah. There's no question about that. But we knew this was going to be that type of football game, and at least through 24 minutes, it's proven to be the case.
5-0 ECS here at our game. ECS over USJ 5-0. A safety and a 45-yard field goal.
Got another one coming in for you. In the second quarter, Covington 14, Milan 12.
Yep, just got that one, Bew.
Look at those Bulldogs, man. Hanging tough. Like new kids on the block.
Well, you wonder because the kicker from Milan is the son of a former UT kicker. Greg, what was his last name? Boy, I can't think of it all of a sudden. And he's a great kicker. But now he, as I understand it, pulled a hamstring or a groin before the opening kickoff of the first game. And, that's something that could last all year long and derail his entire season.
Well, when you can't trust your ability to plant and explode out of that pit, it's and even when you're better, the mentality of it all, the mental side of recovering from a hamstring. I had a hamstring issue one time. I was terrified to fire out. Even when I felt good and was running, I always felt mentally this is going to be the play that it happens again. And if you've ever had one, you don't want to.
Well, I can depend on Trip Tucker. He says Greg Burke.
Greg Burke.
Greg Burke.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trip.
Thank you, T Squared.
Well, a heavy heart tonight. My cousin Jennifer's husband, Grady Kishler, passed away today. Grady was, I think, still in his 30s.
No
cancer.
Man, well, I hate to hear that, man.
So, sad news there on the home front, Butte. At halftime, it's 5-0. ECS leading USJ. Long halftime because this is homecoming for Evangelical Christian School. Yeah, I know, it's weird. Homecoming and it's 90 degrees at kickoff. It's so other days of our lives. It's weird that high school football season has reached its midpoint in mid-September. When the high school season just a few years ago would just be starting, now it's reached its midway point. For the life of me, I don't know why adults don't circle the wagon and say, this is ridiculous. We start too early. We start playing in the summer because we want to get more playoff games in to make more money. Why do it? I don't understand it. Why not play baseball in the summer and football in the winter? Basketball season would virtually go untouched the way it is now, but you could use April. And for basketball season, basketball doesn't use the month of April. After spring fling, right before football season starts. There's a number of different ways to do it. If you have 3 seasons already, you're not adding a new season. You're just moving the seasons around. I don't get it.
Well, you ever heard the expression exercise in futility? Because it's not that you're wrong. You're not wrong. But you can hang it up. It's not happening.
Why would it be? Tradition? Because it wasn't tradition to play in the summer a few years ago. They've already changed the tradition.
Yeah.
So what would it? Why would be? What would be the reason?
I can't answer that. I don't know. I just know that you're spitting in the wind with this. It's not going to change. This is when they're going to do it. They've been doing it like this, and they're going to continue to do it.
So a group of people that left Europe to come settle North America, and the United States says, well, we just can't do this, though. Boy, times have changed, huh?
I don't think they're saying they can't do it. They said we ain't.
Well, what would be the reason?
Oh, I can't give you that.
Have you heard a reason?
No, I can't give you that. I just know they're not going to. By the way, you know what I call these uniforms for the USJ, these road uniforms? I call it the Stormtrooper look. I love their all whites. Love it.
Does look good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
20-0. Dyersburg leading Haywood County. Wow. Not Henry County, not Briarcrest. No one has handled Haywood County this year, even though they lost those 2 games on the road. If Haywood loses this one, they're 0-3 on the road this year to start the season. And amazingly, below 500 at the midway point of the season. And they're behind Dyersburg in the region standings.
Well, I'll just tell you this, and cart before the horse, but if you go 2-3 out of the gate on this, you can hang Greenville up.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I don't.
Yeah.
But it's true.
It is true.
I mean, you probably hang it up anyway, but if you can't get, and don't get me wrong, it's a tough schedule. There's no doubt about that. But Greenville's better than all those teams, so including Briarcrest. So if you have eyes on the state title, and if you're Haywood and that type of talent, I don't know what else you'd be shooting for. They got to get it together, and who knows? Maybe they come back and win this game. But they're not a team without issues.
Peabody and Halls tonight. We get an update on that one, you?
No, but I do have this. Second quarter, Lexington leading Northside 14-7. Now Lexington scoring points. What's going on tonight, y'all? Don't ever think you got it figured out. By the way, Gibson County leading. No, that's last week. Never mind.
That's last season, View.
Last season.
USJ going to kick off to start the second half. Then Pleasure gets his foot into it. High, driving. It will be taken into 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and knocked down at the 43-yard line by Pleasure.
For the Bruins was Drew Morris. On return for ECS.
If you watch the replay here, I want to say there's a good return, but there was no one there.
Yeah, which it was, but you were absolutely right.
Look at that.
There's nobody there.
That's open
There's just nobody there. It wasn't an issue last week against TCA, even with Davis back there, but it's creeping itself back in. They've had a hard time with kickoff coverage.
Leading 5-0 as we start the second half is ECS from their own 43. They go I formation. Webb under center. Webb will hand it off, working left tackle, trying to bounce outside and does. Has the 50 outside the numbers, Bruin territory. and tackled at the USJ 44. That's a gain of 13. That's an Eagle first down.
Well, McMeans just all he had to do was be patient, but watch this, Danny. Who's setting the edge here?
Gain is to the Bruins.
Answer's nobody.
Yard line, first down. Eagle.
Some good blocks. You'll have to hand it to ECS there as well, Bew.
They've made some key blocks. Both of these teams' offensive lines have tonight.
Adamsville 10, Gibson County nothing at halftime. 11:15 left third quarter, 5-0 ECS. The Eagles first and 10 for the Bruin 43. Webb back to the ground. He'll hand it off, working left guard from the 43. McMean tackled after a short game.
Looks like Carter Craig came in run support and made a nice play for about a 2-yard gain. Well, Carter's been a really good player this year so far for the Bruins.
The Bruin linebackers are really, really good this year, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
They're so good, they run a 3-4. 3 down linemen for the Bruins. Now they creep up 2 linebackers. Showing blitz, USJ. On the ground, working left tackle, short side of the field, not much there. Ushered out of bounds at the 41. That's a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 7.
Let's watch Mario Nicholson from the interior right here because he goes a long way into blowing this play up. Look at him take his man and push him back. Now watch this. Mario takes a good angle, pushes his man right there back so the ball carrier has to go around his offensive lineman and allows the defense to recover. Nice play by 76.
Beautiful play by Nicholson. Mario, Super Mario. Third down, 7, or closer to 6 from the Bruin 41-yard line. Maybe here you go, 2 plays to pick up 6 yards. Webb, the quarterback, this time out of the gun, has trouble with the snap. Under pressure, he's sacked, and a late flag comes in and maybe a face mask. But another sack by the Bruins defensive back, Seth DeBerry.
I got to see this. I thought that was a great play by DeBerry. Boy,
face mask. Oh, boy. Let's take a look at the Hughes Eye Group instant replay. As DeBerry made a great play. And he got his hand on the face mask.
Yeah. Boy, too bad. Just too bad.
Boy. Oh, boy. That first down by way of penalty. That would have been a punting situation for the Eagles. Now 10-17 left third quarter. A fresh set of downs for the Bruin 33. 10-17 again remaining third quarter. ECS will work left to right on your radio dial. Leading 5-0. 2 wide here near side. They'll go to the air wide receiver screen set up at the 30 and tackled at the 26. Dawson Williams from Webb. He'll move from the 33 down to the 27.
You know, they've been trying to set that up. Hadn't been a whole lot of success with. They had the big penalty last time, but that's exactly what they were looking for that time. But look at T.J. Tharp go about 20 yards on a great angle. I know they picked up 6 yards on that play, but that would have went for more if it wasn't for the mic covering a lot of ground.
Center Hill, Mississippi 14, Crockett County 13.
Yeah, I thought that might be a game.
The pickup was 6. It's second down and 4 for the Bruins 27. Webb will go under center. Here's Webb. He'll hand it off. Left tackle. And a big hole. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. He gone. Touchdown ECS. That'll go 27 yards. And that hole was big enough to drive a Mack truck through. It looked like on that carry for smooth sailing was McMean. The first touchdown of the ball game comes with 9:23 left, third quarter, and it comes after a huge personal foul when the Bruins had ECS stopped.
Yeah, it's the little things that have been tearing this team up all night long.
Extra point splits the uprights, and with 9:23 left, third quarter, our new score: ECS 12, USJ nothing on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 at WNWS.com.
There's several occasions in life when a man just needs to look good. And at Cambridge Limited Men's Clothier, we understand those moments. Sally, will you go to the prom with me?
I would, but you look like a hobo.
Do you take this man to be your husband?
Not dressed like that, I won't.
Located on North Highland across from Toys R Us, Cambridge has the best tie selection in town plus the best price. Size selections 36 short to 54 long and up. We have a tailor on staff and offer law enforcement specials on suits. Cambridge Limited Men's Clothier, North Highland, across from Toys R Us.
Welcome to Jackson's original News Talk FM. The information you want to hear at the office and on the road. Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM.
South Gibson leading Westview 14-0. Big region game there at UT Martin View, or as the young people say, UT Martin.
Oh. And I really don't like it when they do it, and I really don't like it when you do it.
Here's the kickoff. Joe Meat Leather. It's high driving. This one's going to hit it to one. They'll let it bounce. Now Carlock fields it. And he's in deep trouble at the 10, and he goes down. Oh, boy. You can't let a kickoff hit the turf at the one, especially on the field turf, because you don't know where that ball is going to bounce. It had backwards English. And it was a live ball in the field of play. And once Wesley made the decision to let it hit, and Wesley was back in the end zone. There's no need to even stand in the end zone, because in high school, if you field the ball in the end zone, you cannot return it. So I don't know why you would even stand in the end zone. There's no need.
And got lucky to get a decent bounce. That ball could have bounced any direction and been live for sure.
So the Bruins start at their own 10. Reynolds under center. He'll pitch it. Here's Wallace. Breaks a tackle to the 15. Breaks another. Leaps over a tackle across the 20. Out to the 22-yard line. That's a gain of 12. That's a Hughes I group. First down Bruins. As Wallace finds an opening over left tackle.
And you notice something, Danny, especially these DBs and the linebackers. They're not wanting any part of these running backs. They're going for the legs right here. How many times? Oh, my goodness. We got to see the replay of T.J. Tharp's block here, Danny. It's the best block we've seen all year. Look at this lead block by T.J. Tharp. He decleats the defensive back right here. Watch this. Bam!
Boy.
Holy cow.
He's done. He did that in the opening game against Chester County. Nearly killed somebody.
Holy cow, what a block. I don't know how in the world.
And there was a flag. I didn't even see it for unsportsmanlike conduct on USJ. Maybe we can run that back one more time. I have no idea who drew that flag. Bass, I didn't see it.
I was watching T.J. Tharp nearly decapitate somebody.
Did they throw the flag for the block?
Oh, no.
I
no
wonder.
Way. Holy cow.
Wow.
That's just
I have no idea. Look at that.
That's going to be on Mario,
Yeah.
and I don't like it. Man, that's one of the most devastating blocks I've ever seen.
What didn't you like about that flag?
Are they saying late? Mario was already extended, I thought.
That's what I thought as well. Well, they'll mark it off, and it'll be first and 20 back at the 10. And we got whistles. Now watch. The Zebras are huddling. Clock shows 9 minutes remaining. Third quarter, 12-0 ECS. Now this is strange. They're going to move the yard marker to make it first and 10.
That previous penalty was a dead ball penalty. First down Westgate. It is first and 10.
So here is USJ back to the ground. Here's Tharp from the 10, crossing the 15, running right up the middle and tackled at the 16. It's a gain of 6.
And I say don't vary from your game plan, because there is more than enough time here, and it's 12-0. Keep going with what you've been doing. Ball control offense, just execute better in the end.
South Gibson 27, Westview 14. That's up at UT Martin. 8:22 now, clock moving. USC moving right to left on your radio dial. We're in the third quarter, 12-0, ECS leading the Bruins. Not a lot of offense tonight. The two best drives of the evening Came up empty. One for USJ, one for ECS.
They better get to the play here.
5 on the play clock. Here's Reynolds under center. Play action, rolls left. He'll fire, and it's caught at the 35 of Bullets and tackled at the 36, running out of bounds. With a gain of 20 is Carter Craig. Is Reynolds threw it low, and Craig made a great catch, Bill.
Boy, he really did, and what a pass that time by Garrett Reynolds across his body. He throws a laser on the run.
It's a better throw than I thought watching the replay.
Yeah.
USI Group first down Bruins at the 36. Here's Wallace running right tackle. Wallace runs over a Eagle, crossing the 40, and is tackled at the 42-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 6. We got an injured Bruin.
And Denny, I think that's Garrett Reynolds.
And Reynolds, let's see. Reynolds was hammered after he pitched that ball. If we can run that back one more time. And the helmet was lowered into Reynolds. We can run that back there. How does that? Well, let's watch it. Watch Reynolds after he pitches it. See if this helmet is lowered. Here's Reynolds, the quarterback, pitching the ball out to Wallace. Now watch this. Bam.
Well, that's a personal foul.
That's helmet to helmet and a personal foul. And the quarterback didn't have the football. You're not supposed to hit him. He clearly had pitched the ball.
It was a toss sweep.
And Coach Strapp right now is getting into this white hat. You know, for a flag-happy group of officials, how do you miss when a quarterback is... He's the most visible man on the field.
They were following the ball. That's what they followed the ball and stopped looking at him at that point because not only was it a hit to the head, but it was way late on. I don't think I've ever seen that.
But your line judge.
Oh, hey, I'm right here with you.
He doesn't follow the ball. He shouldn't follow the ball.
Because there's just no way to miss that, and Coach Strapp is not happy about that. He's keeping his cool, but I'd be livid.
Worthy Road Studios producing this game. Digital TV network. Can we run it back one more time, fellas, down in the truck? So Reynolds, the quarterback, he pitches the ball, bam, lowered the head, helmet-to-helmet contact, and right there. And no flag.
On a tossed sweep to the other side of the field. I don't know if I've ever seen it like that. I don't know how you miss it.
Let's hear it for Garrett Reynolds.
Garrett Reynolds is up. And honestly, if he doesn't have a concussion, I'll be surprised. Now, USJ is about to use their third quarterback of the season. It's Andrew Smith. 5'11", 145-pound sophomore. Andrew Smith. I don't know, Buos.
Well, and the trainers are having to help Garrett Reynolds over to the bench right now. He's a little bit woozy. I'd be surprised if we saw him again. Hopefully that's not the case. I was just shaking the cobwebs off, but I don't know how you miss that, guys. Don't know how you miss it.
So Andrew Smith, the sophomore quarterback, becomes the third QB for the Bruins this year. Fumbles the snap. He'll pitch it left side, and then swallowed up as Wallace. Didn't have a chance. The timing of the play, throw it off when Smith bobbled that snap. And he's a sophomore. You got to give him a bit of a break thrown into the game. It'll take him a minute to find his sea legs, Bu.
Oh, and there's no way he's not nervous as a cat right now. I know I would be. He did regain himself and get the timing was completely off by then.
Carlisle's going to be split out here near side. Long will go far side, split out. 3rd and 4. Bruins at their own 41. And that should be a flag there on USJ. No flag. But Wallace is gobbled up in the backfield. These officials are on holiday. We had T.J. Tharp moving towards the line of scrimmage.
Towards the line of scrimmage. That's the deal. I'm surprised that. And ECS knew they weren't about to throw the football. How do you... He's 4 yards out of his stance.
These guys...
running towards the line of scrimmage.
And when we say, how do you miss that? Because he's the only man moving on the football
field. The whole field.
4th and 7. The Bruins have to punt it away. Here comes the rush. They blocked it and scoop it and fall on it at the 23. Boy, the wheels have come completely off here for USJ. They've had trouble with the punting game all night, trouble with special teams all night, giving up long returns on kickoffs, making mistakes on the kickoff return team. And the punt team, it's been a disaster for USJ.
Yeah, as good as they looked last week, they look that much worse, this week. ECS is a fine team, there's no doubt, but most of this stuff tonight has been self-inflicted.
This game presented in part by Outback Steakhouse of Jackson. No rules, just right at Outback Steakhouse. Whistles, timeouts, ECS. We'll take the timeout with him with 6 minutes and 2 seconds left, third quarter. ECS 12 at USJ nothing on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
Range USA is Jackson's only indoor shooting range and open to the public 7 days a week. Monday is Family Day. Tuesday is First Responders and Healthcare Day. Wednesday is Free Gun Rentals. Thursday is Ladies' Day and Educators Day. Friday, Pro Gun Day. Range USA offers Tennessee handgun permit classes on Saturday and so many other classes you'll love. Sunday, bring your church bulletin and get a free target. Range USA, North Highland behind Taco Bell, Facebook, and rangeusa.com.
More than just the headlines. Get the real story here. Your source for news, weather, sports, and traffic. Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM.
USJ Berlin football being presented in part by Overton Flooring. By Robinson Toyota with our game-winning drive off the field. RobinsonToyota.com. First and 10, ECS after the turnover at the Bruin 24. They go to the air. It's high and incomplete. Throwing on the near sideline.
Pass from Jacob Hatcher intended for Dawson Williams.
Dawson Williams, the intended receiver. Bass, this is an offense
On the
that's
coverage for the Bruins, Caleb Willis.
pretty much one-dimensional.
Yeah, because that's an easy completion. That if you can't complete that pass, there's not many that you're going to be able to. And again, Hatcher's ball has been sailing on him all night, or it's been going to the ground.
We need a big turnover right here. How about a pick six? How about Caleb Willis? Second and 10 for the Bruins 24. On the ground, left tackle, 20, 15, 10, diving down to the 7. It means another huge hole over left tackle.
Good block by Hudson.
Down near the 6, it'll be first and goal, ECS.
What does that look like to you? It looked like that old stretch play Indy used to
really
run.
did, yeah.
Take a look here. That's exactly what that is. The old stretch play that the Colts made famous.
Looked like a hold there to kick that out. I saw Jersey.
USJ 7.
But, first and goal, ECS and the Bruins 7. Back to the ground, back to left tackle, this time swallowed up. Maybe a yard at first down.
This is so important for this Bruin football team because we'll see if Garrett Reynolds can get back in this game. But if you can hold to a field goal, it's still a two-possession game.
Wesley Carlock on that tackle for the Bruins. 5-13. The clock is ticking down. We're in the third quarter. 12-0. Bruins. Eagles and USJ running a man on late. Second and goal from the 6. Back to the ground, back to left tackle, and this time there's another flag at the point of contact as the running back goes down at the line of scrimmage. McMean get on the carry and making another nice play on a run blitz is Seth Peaberry. Let's see what the flag's about.
I'm just hoping it's not the same call.
Face mask.
It's a 5-yard face mask against USJ. The penalty will be half the distance to the goal.
See if we can get another look at it here.
We'll replay second down. Second and goal from the Bruin 3.
They missed that one.
I don't know. I thought I saw the next snap on contact. Let's get one more look at this as he kind of goes a little bit high. We'll do it after the next play.
Well, we're going to miss that one.
All right.
It's second and goal from the 3. DeBerry hit at the line and dropped. And what you saw, Bass, was, I believe, DeBerry's arm going around under his chin. I didn't see a face mask.
Lost a yard on the play. Third down and goal.
Oh, we do have it again. Look at that. See?
one more good look at this.
Didn't see a face mask. May have missed it. Didn't see it. Make it 3rd and goal from the Bruin 4. Webb goes under center again. Play action, back to throw. Here comes the blitz. He throws it into the end zone. A man is standing all alone and catches it. Touchdown, ECS. Daniels on the reception, and Bass, another blown assignment, leads to a big play.
Yeah, they caught him sleeping there, little play action right there, and that time releasing out unchecked that time. Preston Daniel, the 6'4", 195-pound receiver, just nobody there.
18-0 ECS, extra point pending. Extra points. Splits the uprights, and with 3:50 remaining, 3rd quarter, our new score. ECS 19, USJ nothing on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
Your lawn and the landscape around it is the very first thing someone sees when they visit. Is essential. At Boykin Mowing and Landscaping, we specialize in making that first impression a memorable one. From mowing and edging to weed control, mulching, and stump removal, Boykin's Mowing and Landscape will cater to all your lawn care needs. Licensed and bonded in business for over a decade, Boykins is ready to provide you with prompt and professional lawn and landscape care. Call Boykins today to set up a plan that works for you at 394-7249. That's 394-7249.
Direct to your home, in your car, or at work. All your information with no satellite dish required. Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM.
USJ Bruin football presented in part by RFC Tactical in Milan. Your gun ammunition superstar, rfctactical.com, and there by Walmart in Milan. By Marco's Pizza, truly authentic Italian pizza, a little bit of Italy in every bite at Marco's Pizza. Van Drive, in front of the Home Depot, marcos.com for delivery, or 300-0400s. ECS, kick it off. High, driving into the end zone, touchback. 3:50 left here in the 3rd quarter. It's 19-0. ECS leading USJ. That's just been a bad game all the way around.
Yeah, it really has. USJ's made some really nice plays, but they just keep shooting themselves in the foot with turnovers and untimely penalties. And let's see if Garrett Reynolds is able to get back out here for this drive.
So Garrett Reynolds is back. That's great news. Reynolds had to exit for a couple of plays. He was speared while he did not have the football, and there was no flag call or throw. Reynolds goes shotgun on 1st and 10 for the 20. Goes across the middle, it's dropped. Long had it in his fingertips and dropped it across the middle at the 27-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Long would tell you that he probably should have caught that ball. There was some mustard on it, though. Ain't no doubt about that. Look at this. This thing's whistling right at you on the slant.
Garrett Reynolds intended for Brendan Long is incomplete.
You got to snag it, but on those you're so exposed. You know, you're thinking about, am I about to get hit in the ribs right here? You got to make the catch.
Jacob Epperson on the coverage for the Eagles. 2nd and 10. Bruins.
2nd and 10. Here is Reynolds shotgun, back to throw again, cross the middle again, and dropped again. It would have been a tough catch. Carlock trying to go down and pull it off the turf. Couldn't complete the catch. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Well, there's one thing that Garrett Reynolds has. It's velocity. He can sling that ball. There is no doubt.
It was low. Wesley will tell you he should have caught it.
Wesley would be right. Wesley would be right about it. Not an easy catch. It's one you got to come up with.
3rd and 10 for the Bruins. Moving right to left on your radio dial. Trailing 19-0, 3.5 minutes left, 3rd quarter. Reynolds goes play action, back to the air. This one is low and incomplete on the pass at the 30. Not even close on that one. That one intended for Joseph McGrath. He was open. He had space.
On the coverage for the Eagles,
Garrett found him
4th and 10.
between 3 defenders. Got a little too much up. Probably tried to aim it a little too much.
Yeah, that was more of a pitch than a pass.
So USJ's had trouble with the punt team all night. Got a punt inside their own 10. Here's the rush. They get this one out of there. Nice punts. Got to hit at the 49, being scooped up at the 42 of ECS, and back out to the 46 before he's tackled. Return of 5 yards.
Xavier Coy on the return for ECS.
Austin Williams on the punt return. Nice job on the punts again for USJ, because the young man's been under heavy pressure all night. Punting the football. View it. I can't see my roster. That's Brian Cahill. There's no lights in the press box, folks.
Nathan. That ain't got bulbs. I don't know if they have bulbs in this jank.
So ECS now in control with 3:21 left. Third quarter. First and 10 from the Eagle 46th. Here's a draw with room to the 50. To the Bruin 45 and tackled at the 44. Matthew McMean. That's 11 yards and first down. The Bruins now getting pushed around up front. Chunks of yardage. They're going to mark him at the Bruin 44. That'll be a half-yard shy of a first down.
And remember, a lot of this front seven plays double duty. You know, they play platoon football, and you can definitely tell they're getting leaned on, a little bit tired right now. You know, the good news here is they're way better than they're playing tonight. This isn't a talent issue, and that's good. It's things that you can clean up.
Second down, half a yard. Under center they go. Owens, the quarterback, 2 wide receivers, top of the screen. They'll hand it off, working left side, breaking a tackle at the line, squirting through a hole down to the 41. McMeans again. He has 3. He has another first down for the Eagles. They're starting to grind it out. 2:26 left, third quarter, 19-0. It was 5-0 at halftime. ECS. They've had 2 touchdowns here in the third quarter to open this game up 19-0 ECS over USJ.
When McMeans goes limping off the field, I'll tell you one thing, he explodes out of that backfield, doesn't he? He don't mess around.
Down to 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Owens this time rises up with a snap and fires it out complete along the sideline. Nobody's out there. Along the sideline, 35, 30. Down the sideline he goes to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the end zone. Touchdown. Dawson Williams, 41 yards. Another blown assignment. How you lose Williams, I don't know, Bew, but Owens, the quarterback, he saw Williams. No one was going with him, and he just tucked the snap under center. He stood up and threw it to him, and no one was out there.
Yeah, this
one block sprung him.
This is a gas football team. People just kind of half going towards tackles, not wrapping up.
Extra point. Splits the uprights. Another minute 48 left in the third quarter. Our new score. ECS 26, USA nothing on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 at WNWS.com.
MasterFit Medical Equipment is on a mission, and that mission is to serve everyone with premium medical equipment at savings you wouldn't find elsewhere. At MasterFit, we represent over 200 medical equipment and supply manufacturers and over 90,000 products, with much of it in our warehouse right here in Jackson. Defibrillators, monitors, EKGs, pumps, sensors, and more. So when you need more affordable medical equipment, call MasterFit Medical Equipment at 554-1223.
Did you say football? High school game of the week, the SEC championship, and the NFL on Monday nights. News Talk 101.5 FM. 101.5 FM.
USA Broad Football presented in part by Fujiyama Japanese Steakhouse and Sushi Bar. Stonebridge and Jackson. What are you thinking, Bew, tonight at Fujiyama?
Told you, baby, Connie salad. Cucumber and crab meat with their house dressing.
26-0. ECS leading USJ, a minute 48 left. Third quarter. ECS kicking off again. This one's going to land barely in the end zone, and USJ let another one land. Willis that time did it, Bew. I don't get it.
Well, the thing about it is this time is the hang time on that ball was so great. I think that there's no chance he gets that ball anywhere near the 20 with the kickoff coverage.
No, you
down
can't return it if you've got any part of your body in the end zone.
Right.
There's no way you knew for sure that was going to land in the end zone because it hit on the line. If it hits
I see what you're saying.
couple inches.
I think they just expect it to at this point, but that's not the way to play.
First and 10 Bruins from their own 20. Little's going to pitch it to Wallace, left side. He breaks one tackle and runs out to the 24 before he's taken off his feet. Tyler Wallace for 4.
You see what I mean? These Eagles DBs are not about to take him head to head. They're not going to do it. They're trying to take the legs out, and it's the right move for them. They just better hope they don't get a knee to the head.
South Gibson at halftime, 34-14 over Westview. South Gibson has forced 4 turnovers, 2 fumbles, and 2 INTs. The Hornets stinging the Chargers. Shocking. Westfield. 2nd and 6 Bruins from their own 24. Here's Tharp running left tackle. Tharp from the 24 has the 29. It's a 5-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and short. And, Tharp is a true fullback. And really, Wallace is almost, he's a kind of a hybrid. The young man in junior high, in middle school, he's the guy that makes a tackler miss and goes the distance. He'll be in high school next year.
Yeah, Wallace will be blocking for him next year. You know what you think?
Won't that be something? 3rd and a yard. It's a fumble. The ball's under turf. Who's got it? ECS says we do. The officials agree with him, I guess. And they throw a flag late.
There is a flag on the play.
Honestly, I did not see an official motion who had the football. Did you, Bass?
I did not.
And a flag comes out as the Eagles defense was running to the sideline.
Well,
I don't know if it's what somebody said, but the official threw the flag late and then pointed at an ECS player.
I wonder if this is a post-possession deal, though.
I would think so, as late as they tossed that flag, but let's wait and see. Look, the defensive unit is staying on the field for ECS.
I'll take it.
I'm sorry. The flag on the play is unsportsmanlike conduct against ECS.
It is unsportsmanlike on ECS. I don't know how that would not be post-possession pass, but they're going to give the ball back to the Bruins. Wow.
See if you can do something with this gift.
The penalty is marked off after the fumble.
There's all kind of confusion. I think the coaching staff for ECS wants an explanation.
Yeah, this should be ECS ball. And I think that's what's going to happen. It just should.
By the Eagles, Josh Hartsup.
TSSAA.
Possession penalty against
I don't know if they're having trouble recruiting enough officials in Memphis. I know we are in West Tennessee.
First and 10. Eagles at the Bruin.
But
42.
I mean, as long as they get it right, who cares?
Yeah,
right?
at the end of the day, they got it right.
26-0 ECS. And ECS has the football. Another Bruin turnover. They'll start at their own 42. I'll make that the Bruin 42. Webb, the quarterback, goes under center with the I formation. Play action. He's back to throw. He'll fire deep down the center of the field. Touchdown. 42 yards. One play after the turnover. And the Eagles have hit pay dirt.
Jacob
Hatcher.
Dawson Williams.
And ECS has blown this one wide open here in the third quarter. It was 5-0 when this quarter started. It's 32-0 before the quarter ends.
If it can go wrong tonight, it has. Just one of those you want to scrap and forget about. I'm stunned at this performance tonight, to be honest with you. After the way they played last week.
Extra point splits the uprights.
That is good.
19 seconds left. Third quarter, our new score. ECS 33, USA nothing on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
911.
Officer, I'd like to file a report. I witnessed a robbery.
A robbery?
Yes, at Sonic. I saw a man steal a quarter-pound double cheeseburger and tots for only $2.99. He was about 6'1", brown hair, blue shirt, big smile.
Wait, so he did actually pay just $2.99? I better check this out. Boy, lunch!
It's a steal, all right. The Car Hop Classic, a quarter-pound double cheeseburger or Slinger plus tots for only $2.99. This is how you Sonic. Text not included. See menu for details for a limited time. Only at participating Sonic drive-ins.
Monday Night Football. The NFL. Only on News Talk. 101.5 FM.
USJ Bruin football at Jackson's News Talk 101.5, brought to you in part by the Outback Steakhouse in Jackson. No rules, just right at Outback Steakhouse. By the Hughes Eye Group. Dr. Matt Hughes, Dr. Casey Davis, Chief LASIK Surgeon Dr. David Underwood. By Brandon Jones at State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor. Brandon Jones is there on Highland Avenue. Right next to Cambridge Limited Men's Clothing. Will be there tomorrow, 2150 North Highland. By Best One Tire and Service in Jackson. By Old Town Spaghetti Store. By King Jewelers. By Tennessee Tractor, your John Deere dealer for West Tennessee. By Premier Dental Center in Jackson, Milan, and Bells. PrimDent.com, Premier Dental Center, Dr. Stephen Kell, Dr. Joe Leonard, Dr. Chris Arnold, Premier Dental Center. Timeout USJ. We'll take the timeout with him. 19 seconds left in the third. 33-0 ECS. On Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
At Home Medical Products, we provide patients with products to make sure you breathe, sleep, move, and live well. With items like nebulizers, travel oxygen, CPAPs, hospital beds, wheelchairs, scooters, lift chairs, commodes, and so much more. You have a choice when choosing home medical companies. It's the patient's choice. Make the right choice. Locally owned and operated Home Medical Products. Call 877-660-0084 or find them online at hmpinc.net.
News Talk 101.5 FM, the home of Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football.
This game's brought to you in part by Sonic of Jackson, with 6 Jackson locations viewing Sonic team slushes. What are we, over 3,400 sold?
Yeah.
Wow.
885 by Northside alone.
25 cents of all those slushes go to the school that the slush is ordered in its there. Here's Willis, right tackle, to the 25, to the 30. Caleb along the far hash will move out to the 33-yard line and have a first down, a Hughes Eye Group first down. Willis, who began the season at tailback, lost his job to Wallace. It's a nice little change there.
Yeah, he said, don't forget about me, y'all. I can still run this thing.
First and 10. There's a shuttle pass to Willis. From the 33, he'll have the 35. It's a gain of 2, and that'll do it for 3 quarters. We'll move to the 4th quarter in a moment. 33-0 ECS on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
Remember to sign up for ABC Heat and Plumbing's Red Carpet Club, where we'll come to your house several times a year until we can find something to charge you for. Oops, did I say that out loud?
This is Charlie Garrett with Garrett Plumbing and Heating. We know you don't want us tracking through your house unless you have a reason to call us. At Garrett, we do both commercial and residential work with certified technicians for heating, cooling, and plumbing. We've been locally owned in Jackson since 1955. No gimmicks, just good, dependable work, including sales and installation of carrier units with easy financing. Call us at 668-3339. That's 668-3339.
First in news, first in sports, the NFL and Monday Night Football, only on News Talk 101.5 FM.
Station ID coming up here momentarily. 0108 for our stations out west of the Rockies and here across the Mid-South. Again, we will not be carried in Canada tonight until they finish up the
Girls volleyball also won their 5-game
after
match,
deal.
3-2.
0108.
Over Tipton Rosemont.
Here's USJ. 2nd and 10, and snowed under in the backfield as well as that'll give us a moment to pause for station identification. You're listening to USJ Broad Football.
This is WNWS-FM Jackson. News brought to you by the Hughes Eye Group, the best in medical and surgical eye care. 112 Stonebridge, Jackson.
My name's Dan Reeves, along with Seabass and Richard, the narrator Barber, Paul Schulze, Lawson Mann, Scott Tinker from the USJ Communications Cars, Worthy Road Studios. 3rd down and 12 Broads. Play action, the pass across the middle and dropped at the 40-yard line. That one intended for Carter Craig in heavy traffic.
Well, and if that pass is completed, Carter Craig's going to get it lit up like a Christmas tree as the safety was closing in on him. And I got to give a lot of credit to number 3, Zachary Brooks, because he could have laid Craig out and didn't do so after he saw it was incompleted. A lot of kids would take the chance to make that hit. He didn't do it.
So USJ going to have to punt it away again, Bew. Just been a bad night.
Yeah, everything about that 3rd quarter and really this game has been bad.
Beautiful punt here. Fair catch asked for it, made at the 47, and a flag comes out.
Your snapper was Andrew Coy, and the ball's down.
That may be USJ of the halo. Is there a high school halo is the question.
7-yard line, there's also a flag on the field.
Brian Cato, a nice punt. Let's see. I think the only thing it could be is USJ interfering.
Is an invalid fair catch.
Oh, no, it's okay. Well, that's one I didn't think of, is invalid fair catch made by ECS.
Yeah, because, Caleb right away said, oh, hey, man, you can't do that. And the zebra agreed.
It will be first down, 1st and 10. Eagles.
Century Hill, Mississippi, 21. Crockett County, 13. View.
Leaping lizards.
And Century Hill is going to hit pay dirt again and extend that lead. On WNWS.com. On 1st down, here's ECS running of a right tackle. Just running free to the 50. Down the sideline 40. Down the sideline 30. To the 20. To the 10. He gone. McMean will travel 59 yards this time to pay dirts. The floodgates have blown wide open, View, with 11:06 remaining 4th quarter. 39-0 ECS.
Yeah, and again, if you're just tuning in, we need to point out this was a 5-0 game at the half. 5-0, and USJ simply has nothing left. That's 3 touchdowns on 3 straight plays for ECS, right?
Yeah.
Extra point is up.
Chandler Cochran, extra points. He's perfect on the night. Splits the uprights. It's 40-0. ECS, 11:06 remaining. We're in the 4th quarter on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
At Fujiyama, we've got boxes all over the restaurant. The bento boxes are a Jackson lunch favorite. Having trouble choosing? Well, that's what the bento box is for. Each box includes soup, salad, fried rice, tempura, and 4 fresh pieces of the daily roll. Then you choose from the beef, chicken, shrimp, or the salmon teriyaki, or spicy chicken or pork. The most popular box is the to-go box because our bento boxes are huge. Try the bento box today at Fujiyama Japanese Restaurant, Steakhouse, and Sushi Bar, 10 Stonebridge, Suite E in Jackson.
Hey, we've even got the Super Bowl. News Talk 101.5 FM.
Well, ECS about to kick off again with 11:05 left to go in this game. And now, unbelievably, somehow, and you could have got every dime I ever made if you'd have told me that after a 5-0 game at the half, in 13 minutes of game time, we'd be under the mercy rule. But holy smokes, narrator, that is exactly where we are. We've got ourselves a running clock now after a 5-0 game at the half.
Bass, how did this thing get away so quick, man? You know that USC got hit in the mouth with the with the snap and, right there the first possession. But it seemed like they recovered from that. Held it to 5-0 at halftime. Third quarter, our wheels just came off.
So we'll see what happens if USJ can get back on the board and take this thing out of the mercy rule. 10-17 left to go and a running clock here. USJ confusion. They're not even sure what to do. And now finally another player comes running in. Boy, just no focus whatsoever by this football team. It's a horrible performance by them tonight. They're really going to have to rebound after this one. They're a much better football team than this. Back in the backfield, here's a shotgun snap. Rolling to his right, that's Reynolds, has nobody and just throws the ball out of bounds. No receiver making a break towards the football that time.
Bass, you're right. This doesn't look like the same football team we watched last week. Where they were sharp. They played pretty much error-free. They didn't turn the ball over. They just, all three phases of the game, they were sharp. Tonight, they haven't played with any passion, any energy, and just look flat.
And it's just such a surprise after last week's performance. Now here's Reynolds on the roll, going to hit his man.
There's got to be a flag. Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. Just a little bit of early contact that time. Trying to go to Wesley Carlock around the 30-yard line. Pass was a little bit low, but the defender climbed the back of the receiver. That was number 22, Caden Hill, just getting there early.
Yeah, and it was pretty obvious from up here. And the USJ crowd is right here under us. If it hadn't been a flag thrown on that, it's going to be some people highly upset.
Some people highly upset already.
For real.
By the way, 28-13, Center Hill leading Crockett County. We told you.
You said it'd be a tough one.
Well, like I said, Center Hill beat St. George 42-0. You can see why now. Now here's a shotgun snap. Reynolds rolling to his right, needs a man. He's going deep, trying to hit Carlock. The ball underthrown. Carlock comes back to the catch, makes it at the 30, breaks away from the tackle, and walks into the end zone. However, there is mustard on the field. Let's see what happened. There's a flag around the 45. You got to think that far down the field, that's got to be a defensive penalty right here, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so many times you see holding on a to give the quarterback time, but you're right, that's 10 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, holding on the defense. That's a 65-yard strike and much needed for the Bruins here. With 8:05 left to go in this football game, it'll take us back under the mercy rule, but it's a 65-yard connection from Garrett Reynolds to Wesley Carlock, who made a great play. The pass was way underthrown, comes back to the football, goes up high, points it, gets it, breaks the tackle, and struts into the end zone.
He really did. He followed the track of the ball. He knew where the ball was, broke off a little bit, waited on it, and then was able to avoid the tackle and go on in.
40-6, the new score. USJ lining up for the extra point. Well, I really like Carlock, man. He's a young man that just needs the ball in his hands more and more as this season goes on. The extra point for the Bruins is up, and it is good. That's Ben Pledger, the freshman kicker, splitting the uprights. And with 7:56 left to go here from the Dirty Dova, ECS 40, USJ 7. Back after this on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
Once again, Marco's Pizza is the spot for Monday Night Football. The cheap seats will be live on the road at Marco's Pizza, 1146 Van Drive. Come join us for amazing Marco's Pizza, wings, subs, and so much more while we get you ready for the big game. Call 300-0400 for delivery or carryout, and don't forget you can order online at marcos.com. A match made in heaven. The cheap seats, Monday Night Football, and Marco's Pizza. Truly authentic.
Did you say football? High school game of the week, the SEC championship, and the NFL on Monday nights. News Talk 101.5 FM. 101.5 FM.
Don't forget, after this one goes final, we'll have the post-game call-in show. You can tell us about the game that you were at. You can also send your text in to the Old Town Spaghetti Store text line with updates all night long. What's happening out south? What's Liberty doing? We'll tell you about all the games tonight, get you caught up on all of it here on the post-game show directly after this one. If you're just tuning in, it's all ECS at this point, 40-7. Crazy part is, it's only 4 minutes into the fourth quarter. This game was 5-0 ECS at the half.
It just blows me away. It got away that quick. And, we were talking during the break, Seabass, ECS is a good football team, but they're not 33 points better than USJ.
They're a good team. And,
it's just one of those nights.
Yeah, USJ beat this team last year.
Yep.
You know, and again, I don't think it's a person. It just was truly. I know it sounds crazy because it's 47, but it's truly one of those things.
It is. You know, it's hard to define it. It's hard to say exactly what happened. Just all of a sudden, the game got away.
They played next week. You can't convince me USJ couldn't win this football game. You know, like I said, this is not a mismatch by any stretch. It's just one of those nights. The Bruins are a far better football team than is shown tonight. So here we go. Pledger puts that right in foot. It's a little squib kick that's fumbled, but oh man, USJ had a great opportunity right there. One of the Eagles went to recover that little kick, and it shot back towards USJ. There were no Eagles anywhere, but it shot back with such velocity that at a bad angle it went out of bounds. USJ had a golden opportunity, couldn't cash in on that.
Best, that's just a stamp on the night. It's what it is. It's gone that way all night. You know, any break that USJ could get seems like it got away from them.
Yeah, well, I don't think I've ever seen a ball ricochet back towards the kicking team that fast.
I never have.
Yeah,
they had the shot at it.
Yeah, they did. So, any updates for Gibson County and Adamsville tonight?
The last one I had was 10-0 at halftime.
10-0. About what you were thinking?
Well, yeah, probably what I was thinking. I was doing some hoping, though. I was kind of hoping Gibson County could step up.
And for all we know, still could.
You still could. Yeah, it was halftime. Hadn't been updated.
By the way, if you don't mind, in your phone, could you change me from Bass to Bew?
From Bass to Bew.
B-U.
How about the Silky Chinchilla? I can't spell chinchilla, so
CHINCHILLA.
There's a lot of CHs. I can't put that much CHs in a word.
You could just call me Silky if you wanted to. You can call me Monday Night Murray.
Monday Night Murray.
Or just Murray.
Or you can call me Ray J.
Call me Buford if you want. That's what Corey Jones calls me.
He does.
He throws something in front of Buford, but we won't tell you what that is. 6:45 left to go in this game here in the Dirty Dover. ECS with the ball at midfield. Here's a handoff off of left tackle. Not much happening that time. Boy, a host of Bruins that time.
Tucker White on the carry.
And I'm trying to look at the personnel. Looks like, yeah, I think we're looking at, for the most part, not all of it, but a good chunk of the second team offensive.
Yeah, I was going to say some clean jerseys out there because that's what we said when we played on grass. On this, every jersey's clean.
I'll tell you one thing, ECS has got some beef, though, don't they?
They got some big old boys.
A big football team. But so do the Bruins. ECS want the timeout. Officials say you got it, so we'll take that timeout. With 6:22 left to go here in Cordova, Tennessee, it's ECS 40, USJ 7 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
It's going down this Thursday at the Blacksmith Bar and Grill. Thursday nights during football season, the cheap seats will be live at the Blacksmith for Thursday Night Throwdown. Football fans will have cornhole, ping pong, and we'll be giving away Titans tickets to some lucky winner, courtesy of Master Fit Medical. Located at 216 North Shannon Street, across from the Farmers Market. Try the Johnny Cakes or fried green tomatoes or the Molten Burger. Maybe it's the hot chicken sandwich or the blackened shrimp. Thursday night's new home for football is the Blacksmith Bar and Grill. Downtown Jackson, across from the Farmers Market.
Jackson's News Talk leader. Jackson's News Talk leader. News Talk 101.5 FM.
Well, the last update we had from Dyersburg, Tennessee narrator was the hometown Trojans on top of Haywood County, 27-0. You saw Haywood. Can you make any sense of that?
How in the world do you hang? You know, maybe Dyersburg wins the football game. But how do you hold Haywood scoreless?
Boy, a decleater off left tackle by T.J. Tharp. Holy smokes, watch the replay here, narrator. My goodness, T.J. Tharp still playing from his mic. Now look at this. Takes a perfect down. Bam! Holy smokes, he's made a couple of huge hits tonight. Let's see what we've got here. 9 minutes left to go in Dyersburg, and the Trojans are all over Haywood right now, 41-14. And, you know, we said Dyersburg hadn't really played anybody, and that was true.
That was true.
Can't say that now.
No, and they smoked them.
Haywood,
they smoked them like cheap weed, boy.
5:40 left to go here. 3rd down and 16 for the Eagles. Here's a swing pass out into the left flat or the right flat. misses the tackle, breaks the one, gets about 4 yards on the reception. That's Williams coming up well short of the first down. Going to bring up 4th down and about 12. Got to believe the Eagles are going to punt here. I mean, there's no danger here. 5:20 left to go, but you're going to punt this football.
Yeah, punt this ball.
Something they realize. How many times have they punted tonight? Have they punted tonight? Maybe one time?
I think they did punt. Yeah, a big booming punt.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
like 60 yards in the air. Yeah, you got that right. So ECS will punt the football, and this thing has a stewardess on it, end over end, hits at the 15-yard line, but bounces back towards midfield and is down at the 21-yard line of the Bruins, where let's see if Garrett Reynolds stays in this football game in the last 4:51 and sees this thing through. You know, we got a chance to see the replay on that one play that took him out for a little bit. It was a toss sweep. He's walking back the other way and gets nailed in the head by the defensive end, who just lays him out. No call.
Yeah, I heard y'all talking about it. Now, say Coach Stroud, you know, as they were trying to get Garrett to get his head together, you know, he maintained his composure, but he made his case with a white hat.
Reynolds is still in the game. Backs in the eye. That's Wallace and Tharp. Here's a 3-step drop going for a home run on the post. Just overshot that time. Carlock had the inside position on the defender, being defended that time by Ladarius Allen. Looks like Carlock had a step going for that deep post, and Reynolds just overthrew him.
Just overthrew him. Just a couple of steps. It was there. And, you know, at some point, USJ's playing for pride. I love that they went downfield with this. You know, we're going to play football, y'all. We're putting that third quarter behind us. We're going to finish on a strong note.
2nd and 10 from their own 22-yard line. Twins to the left side. Backs in the eye. Reynolds under center. Fakes the handoff. Going to go back again towards the middle of the field on a seam route. That's Carlock. Makes a man miss, and he's met by a host of players after about a 7-yard pickup up to the 30-yard line. Going to set up about 3rd and 2 with just about 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the ball game. All Eagles at this point. Boy, just not what I expected. Not what I expected at all, be honest with you.
Disappointed.
All right, here we go. Reynolds under center, 3rd and 2. Here's a snap, but he picks it up. He stays off the ground when he grabs the ball. Smart play on his part. Leans forward, and it looks like he may have enough for that first down. Well, heads-up play that time on a bad exchange. Instead of going down to the ground with his to get the ball with a knee, he kept himself up. You see it right here. But he has that knee just off the line of scrimmage, has the presence of mind to scoot forward and pick up the first down. Nice play.
Yeah, it was a heads-up play. You know, for a kid that had been beat up all night, too, he had to come over there and take a seat a few minutes ago, but really a smart play by Reynolds.
He has a gun. Here's a lead. Right over left tackle. Wallace makes a man miss, makes another man miss, runs over 2 other people all the way up to the 50-yard line. Boy, they really do have something in Tyler Wallace, I think.
They do. He's a kid, just a junior. And you said earlier in the broadcast, he's just learning the running back position. He's got all the tools. He's got all the ability. He's just a load back there, and I'm really looking forward to watching him rest of this year, just a junior, all of next year.
And he may do a lot of lead blocking. Everybody's been talking about this middle school running back that's just supposed to be the stuff.
Oh, he's down there working as a ball boy this afternoon. He's a beast.
Now here's Reynolds rolling to his right under pressure, looks for Tharp out in the flat, finds him. Tharp brings it in for about a 4-yard gain. Outstanding tackle that time. Way outside, but that didn't stop. Let's see, 41. That would be Jackson Murray, the junior DB, out there. Makes a good tackle on a big football player who, by the way, TJ Tharp hardly ever comes off the football field, and he just continues to play good football. He has gotten so much better in the last year and a half as a football player.
He really has. We saw him some as a sophomore. He got on the field some. Really came into his own last year, and this year has been, one of the USJ MVPs.
Second from the Eagles, 46. Toss to the left side. Beautiful block by Tharp. Wallace gets the first down and more. Trucks for about 8-9 yards all the way down to the 37-yard line. First down Bruins, 1st and 10 from the 37 of ECS with 2:16 left to go in this football game, and the Bruins trailing 40-7. Hey, I like this drive, though. It says, hey, we're not going out like this.
That's right. You ain't going to punk us out. You're going to beat us, but you ain't going to punk us out.
We're not winning this football game, but that is not how we roll. 2 minutes left to go here. Backs in the eye, twins to the left side. That's Long and Carlock. Here's a 7-step drop under pressure, steps up in the pocket, going for the post once again. And narrator, over the week of practice, because that play is there, but Reynolds in his timing, it's like he's trying to throw the ball as far as he can. You need to put air up under that foot, not too much. You got to find that touch. Allow your receiver, especially if he gets a step, to let him run under it and let that football drop in the bed basket. He's trying to put too much on it. There's no air under this thing, and he's just overshooting his receiver, who's had inside possession on that route both times.
Yeah, the pass was there, or the route was there. Remember, we talked about Reynolds is learning how to play the quarterback position. Was back up last year, didn't get many snaps.
Now here's a quick hitter to Wallace over left tackle. He's running, stumbling all the way down to the 15, to the 10, dragging Eagle defenders inside the 10-yard line down to the 8-yard line. And Wallace, that's got to put him over 100 yards tonight. With the blocking he's done, and he and Tharp both, and the hard running, they're going to be tired tomorrow.
Yeah, they're going to be give out. And Tharp plays, as you said, both ways. They
both do.
And both of them in high energy positions that you have to use a lot of energy, linebacker and running back.
Reynolds under center, both backs in the backfield, twins to the right side. Here's a give to Tharp over left tackle, makes one man miss, and walks into the end zone. Nice job of blocking left side of that offensive line. And USJ, after spotting the Eagles 40, putting 2 touchdowns together back-to-back. You got to like that finish.
You got to like it, Bass. And like I said, they're playing for pride right now. You ain't going to punk us out. We're still going to hit you. You're still going to have to tackle us. We're playing football. So, it's a bad stretch here. They got a bad quarter and a half. Put it behind you, finish this game out, and then get ready for next week.
You know what I'm going to be getting ready for here in a little while?
Some IHOP.
Chicken Florentine crepes, Jack.
Florentine. I don't really know what Florentine is.
Who cares? It tastes good.
It tastes good.
Yes, sir. Ben Pledger in for the extra point with 1:15 left to go in this game. Pledger's extra point splits the uprights. Your new score with 1:15 left to go in the football game. ECS 40 and USJ 14 on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
Overton Flooring Hardwood Sales and Refinishing in Bells, Tennessee is ready to take your home to the next level with beautiful hardwood flooring selections from hickory, maple, heart of pine, acacia, and distressed oak. At Overton Flooring, we have the only showroom featuring sanded, stained, and finished flooring. If you're ready for a beautiful new look for your home, call the floor guy, Al Overton, at 345-3114. That's 345-3114. Overton Flooring, 12808 Highway 79 in Bells. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and by appointment.
First in news, sports, and weather. Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM.
Narrator said that'll be $5.50 a piece, please.
$5.50. I ain't good at math, but I can figure out the $5.50.
I guess you can.
That'll be $11, bro.
Yeah, that'll be. Hey, point me out the young man, the running back that's on the sidelines as a ball boy tonight.
I mean, he looks like a football player. He'll be down there with Gage, grandson.
That's the future of USJ football. That
really
combo
is.
Right there, a big part of it anyway. There's so much hype and talk, and they got tested yesterday, by the way, by a team from the Dyer area, or the New Bern area, 32-22. When you're playing that USJ middle school, that's almost like losing because they've been blowing people away. It's good to get a test like that. This is a really good football team with a lot of youngsters that'll be coming up, and over the next 2 years, plus the classification drop. Oh, man, look out now for the
Plus,
Bruins.
you got some kids on this team now, this varsity team now, that'll be back next year.
We've been talking about Wallace all night long. We're talking about
Carlock.
Oh, no question. Blaine Verdung. Now here's a squib kick that goes straight out of bounds. That will be a penalty.
Kick goes out of bounds, and that will be an illegal kick.
Here's a question for you, narrator.
All right.
If the New England Patriots took the field right now against ECS, trailing 40-14 with 1:15, could they come back and win?
In 1:15? No, I don't think so.
Only if they could recover every onside kick. If they could do that, then they could do it easily. But without that, if they missed on just one,
that's it.
ECS would beat the Patriots.
Yep.
That may be one of the dumbest things I've ever said.
It might be.
That's a bold statement. As 40-14. Don't forget, we'll do, one thing we love doing in this postgame show is giving you that scoreboard, getting you up on all the latest. Jonathan Greer producing and directing like he always does. Never misses a beat on Friday night. Here is ECS, believe it or not, throwing the football. I ain't mad about it.
No, they got the second team in,
yeah,
right.
That's all that is. That's the second team out there. Because you never know. I mean,
That's
Garrett
right.
Reynolds did not start the season as a quarterback. And as a matter of fact, for a play or two, for one drive, we were down to our third-string quarterback.
Yeah.
So I get that. They're not trying to embarrass anybody here. I can live with that.
No, because they got second, probably some third stringers in there that they deserve to play too. And
there's not a lot of bad blood for these two. It's not like that. So this ain't St. George from a couple of years ago. No. Corey Jones had 74 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. Here's ECS off a right tackle. That's going to have to be Pete. I don't have a 15 on my roster. We are under a minute to go, so one, maybe two more plays is going to wrap it up here, and the Bruins will get on the bus, head home, go back to the lab, and regroup. And they're going to be fine. They're fine. I mean, it's a recent game, and that sucks, and it hurts. It's not good, but this team's too good to continue to play like this. They will bounce back.
This is
not who they are.
Yeah, this is, what's the name said they are who we thought we are. Well, this ain't who we think they are.
Yeah, down to 30 seconds left to go in this game. They will have to snap it one more time. This should be the last play of this football game. Backs in the eye, simple handoff off of left tackle, string it out to the outside, strung out extremely well. Craig with the tackle, down to 10 seconds, and that, my friends, is calf rope. What we got here? Is the young man, is that the ball? Is that the young man right there?
That's him.
What did you say, 8th grade?
Yeah, 8th grade. He was down there with a wife beater on before as the game started. He's cut up. He's not cut up like an 8th grader, dog.
Your final score, ECS 40.
Color me hyped up, man. I love good hype. Here we go. All right, it's final now from the Dirty Dove. It's gone final. USJ falls tonight to ECS 40-14. We'll take this 4-minute timeout. We'll start transitioning into the post-game show. Don't forget you can call in 423-8101 and 1-800-304-1015. We'll also have the Old Town Spaghetti Store text line up and running. That is 277-5155. We'll take this 4-minute timeout, come back to the Dirty Dova on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
Thank you for coming in.
Insurance is the way to protect yourself and your family, and no one is better helping you through the insurance maze than Brandon Jones State Farm. Brandon Jones has been Jackson's State Farm agent since 2006 after graduating